Good evening. I'm so sorry, but I'm afraid you've just missed the keepers of the castle. Let me give you some information about their current whereabouts, and perhaps you can meet them at their destination. Last time, the investigators took a well-deserved rest at Castle Gillenkreutz, following their most recent mystery. For 9 months, they handled some personal affairs, and made improvements to the castle gardens with the help of a new gardener, Horace. During this time, Officer Larson, a lawman and acquaintance of Katrina, stopped by to question Robert about the murder of a man named Gregor from Prague. Constance investigated the strange skull and scorpion symbol she had seen in different places, and identified it as a sigil of an organization named Venomum Amantes that revere and protect Vaesen. Johann furthered his research into why he was still being haunted by the Myling, and learned that they did not properly complete the naming ritual. To undo his curse, he gave the Myling his own name, and changed his name to Galen Forskara. Now in the middle of a scorching hot summer, the investigators have picked up a new case in Smolandia. A man seeks to save his brother from a local priestess, whom he suspects is exerting supernatural influence to drive his brother to madness. On the road, they encountered a fallen tree blocking their path. This obstacle turned out to be an ambush, and the investigators now find themselves fending off a band of ruffians. And this is where our story continues. Good evening, fellow geeks. Welcome to episode 5 of our Vaesen campaign. We're back for some more adventures right in the middle of an ambush. Super excited to get into it tonight. But before we do, let's talk about all the awesome players we have joining us tonight. Our usual cast. Let's start it backwards from how we normally do. Matt, why don't you kick us off tonight? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about Robert.
Hello, my name is Matt. You can find me everywhere as Improv and D&D. And Robert is, of course, now Lord Forskara's servant. And he's here to kick some ass, and he has a cannon, so he's ready to rock.
Cannons are good for kicking ass, I've heard. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Matt. Let's not even go reverse order. Let's just go straight chaos tonight. Why don't we go with M next?
I somehow knew that the chaos was going to start with me.
Yeah, maybe it's because we're in an ambush. I'm just feeling it, you know?
All right. My name is M. I love TTRPGs. I play, I GM, I write for. It's a great time. So if you want any of those things in any of your projects, let me know. This face, hit it up, Twitter, Discord, whatever. Inkrama, most places. Besides that, I do lots of things for Level 1 Geek, and I'm playing a cool character. Are we doing character introductions?
We sure can.
The chaos has really deeply affected me already.
Yeah, tell us about your character. It's good.
Is this when we're also doing character facts?
You should do a fun fact.
Yeah,
fun fact? Okay.
Mr. Robert fun fact.
We missed a Robert fun fact.
It's okay that he has a cannon.
Okay.
Let's go with Katrina's, and then we'll backtrack to Robert's, and then I'll randomly pick on somebody else.
Katrina only drinks tea because everyone drinks tea, but she would substitute coffee every single time if she could. But nobody ever offers coffee. This whole entire campaign, everyone's like, "Hey, would you like some tea?" And she's been like, "I would love some grass water."
So what you're saying is I should put some poison coffee as a challenge in one of these adventures.
But what about chamomile tea?
It's the worst. She can never tell if it's daisy tea or chamomile. It's garbage. It's garbage water.
Awesome. I love it. Thanks, Em. All right. Why don't we get a fun Robert fact?
Robert used to work for the circus, and he always wanted to be the one to shoot one of the performers out of the cannon. He always figured there was probably some trick to it, but he never investigated because it wasn't part of his job. But now he might get to test that out.
Fantastic. I love that. What a rich background Robert has.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's go with Tori next. Tori, tell us about yourself. Tell us about Constance. Give us a fun fact.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Tori. I'm with Level 1 Geek. And you can find me on Twitter if you want at Tori Fika. I'm playing Constance Doyle. She is the group's private investigator. And my fun fact tonight, since we're about to get in a little scuffle here, I thought I would come up with the first fight that Constance was ever in. And so Constance's first fight was in school as a schoolgirl, when a group of girls were making fun of her. She used to have really like awful crooked front teeth, like kind of snaggly. She's gotten them fixed and everything over the years, but it used to be a really painful point for her, and she was really self-conscious about it, and these girls were making fun of her. And her older brother, who was a bit rough around the edges, would tell her that the way to stick up for yourself is to, scrap. So she took that advice to heart and threw some punches and got completely beat to pulp. And since then, she has decided to take a different approach to conflict, generally speaking. So she is not really someone who likes to throw down, and she will do just about anything she can before it comes to that.
Yeah, this right now, this is Constance's second fight.
I love that. That's so good. Fantastic. Thanks, Tori. All right, Bill, last but not least, tell us about yourself and tell us about now Galen, no longer Johan.
Yes. So I'm Bill. I am a podcaster. You can check out Escape This Podcast if you want audio escape rooms. Check out Solve This Murder if you like murder mysteries. Those are the two main shows that I do. Fun fact about Galen Forskera is that I am currently, or Galen is currently in a mail, letter sending chess game with Victor Hugo. We're playing the game in French for Victor's sake. And of course, Galen continuously uses that to cheat by sending he'll make a bad move and he'll send a follow-up being like, what is, I see the French word for king. I got confused. I was trying to say knight. You see, it's a second language for me. I meant to move my knight to that square, not my king. Oh, I'm so sorry, Victor. And has used that to backtrack a lot of poor decisions in the chess game, which Victor will definitely win. So that is a fun Galen fact. Now, I know we're all excited to move on and play a game, but we can't because apparently, after doing some research during Katrina's fun fact, we have to talk about tea and coffee in Sweden.
Let's do
I want
it.
to talk to you about, and you may have heard this before. As I was reading this, I have heard this before. Gustav III of Sweden's coffee experiment. So, Gustav III, he was the king, and he was in the late 1700s. He was like, I think tea and coffee are probably bad for us, and I don't know which is worse. So they put out royal edicts saying we don't like tea and coffee. And then he went, I'm going to prove this. What he did was he took a pair of identical twins who had each committed crimes and been sentenced to death. And he said, okay, I'm commuting your sentences on the basis that you spend the rest of your life in prison, and one of you only drinks coffee and one of you only drinks tea. And so these two people on death row instead got life imprisonment. They had to drink 3 pots of coffee and 3 pots of tea like every day.
No.
Oh my gosh.
To see what would happen. Now, but the thing that's great about it is the tea drinking twin, he died at 83. This was long after the death of Gustav III, who was assassinated not long after starting the experiment. So, and then we don't know when the coffee drinking twin died because the doctors who had been given the job of looking after this study had also both died before the coffee drinking twin died. So
Also
there's no
by
record of when he died.
assassination?
No, they just died from being old doctors. So there you go.
It is
no, they never finished the
absolutely-
experiment. Also, Sweden has tried to ban coffee a few times. It was banned in 1794. It was banned again in 1817. But coffee bans were lifted in 1823. So maybe that's why people aren't giving you coffee, because it was illegal until recently.
I like to think that Katrina was secretly a bootlegger of coffee.
Yes, coffee bootlegging. But apparently now Sweden has one of the highest coffee consumption per capita rates in the world. So there you are.
Wow.
That's a quick Wikipedia dive into coffee in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
How fascinating. I love it. Thanks for the history lesson there, Bill.
This has immediately played into my my sponsorship.
I like it. Very good. Cool. So that's Bill. That's our cast of players we have tonight. I'm Chase. I'm the game master for this campaign. Quick fact, game master fact. I recently counted in my 11 years of GMing, I have only killed 13 characters, which, that's a pretty good track record. That's barely one per year. So
How many of them are mine?
like 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, so not so bad. Katie has the most that I've killed. Speaking of, Katie's in the background right now. She's running our production. She's going to be keeping an eye on your chat interactions. She's going to be chatting with you all tonight. She's going to be making sure this beautiful overlay and everything stays intact. So big thanks to Katie. I also want to give a big shout out to Knights of the Steel. You guys see this awesome character art we have on our portraits here. That is from an app called NPC for Hire, which is owned by Knights of the Steel, and they gave us permission to use their art on our stream, which is great. And if you guys want to use art for your games at home, download NPC for Hire for free. You can use some character art to go along with your characters. It's a pretty good time. So thank you. Another big thank you that goes out tonight is to you guys, chat. Thanks for showing up. Already see a bunch of you out there chatting, giving some points, contributing to the community goals. Much love to all of you. We appreciate you guys. If you guys are not aware of the chat interactions that we have for this stream, just a quick overview. We have blessed and cursed dice. You can give them with channel points. Blessed dice are going to be used by the players to just help their rolls. Cursed dice are going to do the exact same thing, except if they succeed on cursed dice, I get to do something potentially most likely bad to go alongside that success. So kind of, a win-loss type situation. Also, if you see these little tally marks, we've already got one by Bill. We've got one by Tori. Those are sponsorships. Those are going to give our players a nice boon at the start of next session. We're going to go over our sponsorships from last session here in just a bit. But if you guys want to do those, you guys can toss a subscription. You guys can be Patreon followers. You guys can send a handful of bits and just let Katie know when you do who you want to sponsor. And you'll get shouted out on the next stream when they get their passive boon. And I think that's it. Did I miss anything? Oh, we have our community goals, which adversary just got added. So that one got completed.
Ally did too. Ally was first.
Did they both just complete? Ally was
Yes.
first. Okay, notable. So those are complete for this mystery. There's going to be an ally and an adversary that is born from this mystery. Last mystery we had August, and we had the Scorpion Skull people. So we will make sure that we work in the new adversary and ally this mystery as well. So thank you, everybody, for contributing all those points. You guys hit it fast this time. I think we're like 3 sessions last time, and that was like 1.1 sessions.
You need to add a third option. So it's add an adversary, add an ally, add a bear. We're in Northern Europe.
Bear.
There should just occasionally be a bear that rocks up. And you have to be like, oh my gosh.
I love that. Something super random. But yeah, so that's how you guys can contribute to this stream. It makes it very fun. We appreciate you guys for all that you do for us. So thanks for watching. And with that done, I think we're ready to hop into this session tonight. Hopefully you guys caught the recap at the beginning of the stream. If you didn't, and you guys want to know what's going on in depth, we have all these episodes up on YouTube. They post the Friday following our stream, and you guys can catch up there. I guess I should also mention the game we're playing. If you haven't already noticed, we're playing Vaesen by Free League. So also a big thank you to Free League. The mystery that we're running tonight is from their book, Seasons of Mystery. Hopefully you guys can see that beautiful art. It's a great book with 4 very exciting mysteries in it. Okay, so for sponsorships, we're kind of in the middle of a tense situation. You guys are in the middle of an ambush, so I say let's jump on into combat. And during your first round of combat, let's talk about where you are at in this current ambush scene, and then we'll do a little flashback with your sponsors and how they helped you prepare for this, because maybe it will be relevant in this encounter. I think all of you at least gained a resolve, which is like, I'm calling resolved an extra condition that you get for a sponsorship where you can mark that off for your next condition you take, whether mental or physical, which could be very important in your current situation. So we have rolled initiative currently. And first up in initiative, the order we have is we have Robert, we have Brigand number 1, Hunter number 1, Katrina, Galen, Brigand number 2, Hunter number 2, Brigand number 3, Brigand number 4, Constance, and Brigand number 5. So a lot of bodies brigands in this here encounter.
A lot of brigands. Wait, I'm not last.
You are, yeah. You guys are tied for initiative, and
okay, but
as the hero, you get to go first. Okay. The initiative board just wants to put you at the bottom.
That you've just numbered these brigands. I'd like a new and unique name for each brigand.
You know what? I've got those ready. We've got Onim, Bainir, Ingeborg, Freystein, and Irsa. There you go. Wow. There's the brigands.
And the hunters. No,
I literally had that prepped. I literally had
those as a
JIC Bill on that list of names because I knew that it was going to come from
Bill.
Well, I'm saying that you got to know. You got to be ready.
Yeah.
No one's walk around being like, "Oh, hello, my name is Hunter 1. Yeah, I love to hunt. I'm Hunter 1."
Mr. Lamprey had some good names in chat.
That's very good. I like Itchy and Doze for the hunters.
Yes.
All right. Now, at the start of an encounter, you guys have the option to swap initiative cards with one other investigator, if you would like. Are any of you guys going to take that opportunity?
I would like to beseech my good friend and compatriot, Robert, to maybe let me just to try and salvage the situation, or at least get Constance to safety before the brigands act, since you have the coveted number 1 spot.
Okay. I could see, Robert's pretty excited. He's got the cannonball. He's ready to rock. But then
about the cannon.
realizes, wait a second, we're all safe right now, except for our most fragile companion. And so Robert is gonna call out, "Get the hell in there, Constance!" And I will happily hand it over to you.
Yay!
Okay, so Constance is gonna go at number 1, and Robert's going all the way to the bottom.
But
Galen then says,
shuffle.
Galen says, "Robert, I don't have it. Please, you have to protect me. You have to get out and kill these bandits for me. Please, you go ahead. I'll wait here. And I would like to take that 10, and you can have my 5.
All right.
All right, so we're putting Robert at a 5, and we're going to put you on. I'm going to put you at a 9 just so it shows up properly in initiative. And we'll put this guy at an 8. There we go. I'm just shuffling it so it's in the actual correct order there. All right, so the new order we have is we have Constance, Brigand, Hunter, Katrina, Robert, Brigand, Hunter, Brigand, Galen, Brigand. And let's talk about the scene just a little bit again so we can remember where we're at. You guys are in a carriage. You guys paid for the nice upgraded protected armored carriage that came with a couple of bodyguards. You guys were going down the road, and the carriage stumbled across a fallen tree and had to stop to try to deal with that. And then 5 figures came out from the surrounding farmland / light woods. There's not really dense woods here. There's some trees here and there. People basically were just hiding around in a circle formation and have guns and are saying your coin or your lives. And then they saw a cannon was being trailed behind, and things got a little instantly heated. So these brigands are surrounding you right now. This one right here to the south and this one to the north as cover. They're both behind trees. These other 3 are not in any particular relevant type of cover, so they will be easier to hit. You have 2 hunters that are on top of the carriage currently with guns at the ready. And as of right now, it sounds like Robert is going to try to let Constance go first to get back in the carriage. But as of right now, Constance is outside the carriage because she was investigating what was happening, and everybody else is inside of the carriage. And that's where we're at.
What about our bodyguards? Are you just sort of gonna, or are they just gonna kind of be passively doing things?
They're the hunters. They're on top.
Oh,
of the
they're the
carriage.
hunters. Okay, okay, got it.
Yep. They're using the hunter stat block there.
Got it.
I hope they have some Nen powers, everybody. Because they're hunters, like from the show Hunter.
Hey, there you go.
That's
All right.
my reference for the day. And by that I mean the first of many.
The first of many. I love it. All right. So Constance, you're up first. And you're outside the carriage. Robert's telling you to get the hell in the carriage. You're surrounded by guns being pointed in your general direction. But before we hop into your turn, why don't you tell us a little bit of a flashback about your sponsor and how they helped you be more well prepared for this mystery?
Wow. Okay. That was a sudden context change I was not prepared for. I think Professor Hexeter has been researching some new tea formulations.
Loser.
He's looking into combining chamomile and daisy tea and what properties that could possibly unlock, as well as some other agents. So he has sent me some to sample, and he says that he thinks this will help fortify me, and to try it out and let me know, basically report back kind of how I feel and how it is and everything. So I think that I drank this while we were, I don't know. I drank this sometime before we left, or maybe while we stopped the carriage and had a little break. Stretched our legs. I made up a very quick pot of tea and tried some of this. So I'm feeling extra fortified thanks to Professor Hexeter's new tea formula. I offered some to Katrina, but she didn't really want any. And as far as from the Wombat, they sent along a package of clothes, suggesting that I could perhaps fashion them into some sort of disguise. And they didn't really say much else other than to say that this is a method that they frequently use in their own work, and that they thought I might find it useful. So, not sure what to make of that, but I have a disguise now.
Excellent.
Not on currently, just to be clear.
Just with you, I figure.
Yes.
You're all of a sudden in a mustache and a hat. No, that's good. Yeah, thank you to our sponsors. Okay, let's go with Bill next. Oh no, it's Tori's turn. We'll go in initiative
we're just
order.
going.
Wait till it's my turn. I'm telling you my backstory on number X.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I like it. All right, so Constance, it's your turn initiative. What are you doing here? Fast action and a slow action. Just for people's mechanical understanding here, the carriage counts as cover 4. So if you're in the carriage, you get a protection value of 4, and if you are shot at, you roll 4 bonus dice to try to negate any damage that might be done to you.
Okay. Would it be a fast action to get back in the carriage, or would that be a slow action?
Getting in the carriage would be a fast action.
Okay. Then I've seen what's happened. I'm going to hold my hands up and kind of out, like trying to get everyone to just pause for a second. Yes, thank you for illustrating him.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Everyone just take a breath. You've seen the cannon. You're quite observant. Let me show you that is nothing compared to what we have inside the carriage, and it will end quite badly for you if you do not stand down at this moment. I assure you we can settle this peacefully. Here, I have some fine wines you can take with you for your trouble, and we can just walk out of this, all of us, in one piece. If you do not follow my instructions, then I cannot promise that outcome for you. And I want to try and just cow these guys, see if they'll buy my lie.
I love it.
You
Yeah.
want him to,
Why don't
you want him to walk away in one piece? You got 1,000 episodes of time to spend, like the anime One Piece, which is over 1,000 episodes long. I'm continuing my bit.
Oh my God.
Fantastic. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a manipulate, Constance? Keep in mind, you have 5 blessed dice and you have 9 cursed dice. Not that you have to use them, but all of you, those are for you to use. You know, chat's refilling those things fast, so feel free to take advantage.
Yeah, I will. I would like to take advantage. I feel like I use cursed dice all the time, so I'm going to leave that on the table for you guys.
To be fair, Tori, I think you use all the dice all the time.
Oh.
You just keep using the dice. You're such a dice hog.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm encouraging our chat interactions. I'm going to use 3 blessed dice.
Man, if I was you after that, I would have just been like, yeah, I'm going to take 5 blessed dice.
Fine, I'm taking 5 blessed dice. Have fun with the cursed dice. I got 2 successes.
Oh.
2 successes. Okay.
Yes.
You have 5 people here. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to let 2 of those be affected for the time being. And we'll see how it goes as we go through the initiative. So that was your fast action to get in the carriage, your slow action to try to talk
yes,
people
reversed order. I talked them down and then slowly kind of got back into the carriage.
Fantastic. All right. I love it. That is Constance's turn. So we are up with this brigand down here to the south. So this is the one that is behind the tree. As you're talking, they all kind of hesitate for a minute. They look at each other. They pause. You can see them giving each other looks off in the distance. The 2 hunters on top of the carriage are ready to, they're aiming guns, ready to fight. The stage coachman has run underneath the carriage and is taking cover behind a wheel.
Good.
This guy is going to, his first brigand is just going to pull something out of his pocket. You can see him back there behind the tree reading something on a piece of parchment. And he's not going to say anything, and that's going to be his turn.
Wait a minute. Brigands can't read.
He's probably like, let's see, is this them actually? Holding up a blonde hair, talks a lot, old man, kind of decrepit looking, yells at books.
Hey, I'm a
Oh
big
my
strong old man.
gosh.
I'm a big strong. Have you seen my physique?
This hunter
Former
right here,
military, hates coffee. They've got all the details on us.
this hunter right here is just going to keep an aim on people. They're trying to wait to see if it's going to de-escalate. Katrina, you're up.
Do I need to go for my sponsor?
Yes, it is your turn. So yeah, so you're inside the carriage.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you tell us what your state of being is right now? You've all had a little bit of time to prepare, because I mean, there's been shouting back and forth. It's not like a surprise, like they're jumping out and they're fighting. So tell us about your current state of being, and then tell us about your flashback with your sponsor.
So Katrina obviously drew her gun as soon as Constance got out of the carriage before. She was like, Constance, ooh. She's like, this will not be good. And so she got out her gun and she was ready at the window, and she kind of had to move it out of the way for Constance to get in, and she's reposted up. And her sponsor is Wombat, of course. The person who last session mysteriously made some investments for her to increase her wealth, which was secretly not so secret a coffee investment, which is illegal at this time. And so, but I have a little sample. I have a sample from this investment, and I pull that little flask out of my pocket and I take a big swig of it. I'm jazzed up and I'm ready to go. I am going to take a ranged combat shot with my rifle chase at one of these brigands.
All right, you're just opening fire here. I love it.
We do not wish to fight. Put down your arm. Bang. Oh my God.
Basically, if we don't take care of these people, they will hurt someone else.
Which one are you shooting at? You've got this one down here is currently looking at a paper and is mechanically out of his fast action. This one up in the trees right now is in cover. The other 3 are wide open.
Okay, I'll go with this one over here. This one feels good.
Hey, there's some cursed dice that you can roll if you want.
You know what? I'm so confident in my ability. I don't think I need to use them.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see if that bites me in the ass. All right, rifle. Boom. Oh my God! 9 dice and no successes. I'm gonna push.
All right, push it, and you're gonna take your free condition there.
Yep, my free condition soaked up, which was the blessing from Wombat Buzz. Thanks, Wombat. Mwah!
Oh, and just to reiterate, these guys are all 2 zones away currently.
Okay, I can shoot between 1 to 3.
Cool. All right, so that is a hit, but this guy is going to use his fast action to try to dodge the shot.
Fair enough. He does not.
He does not.
Get out of here.
So that is going to be, yeah. You know, how do you get him?
Oh, I kill him?
2 damage is enough.
All right. So with
Weakling.
the caffeine starting to buzz in my veins, I take a careful bead and just bam right through the head.
All right. And that's your slow action. Any fast action for you?
I'm gonna
Or are you
save my
save it?
fast action.
I love it. All right, Robert, you just shouted at Constance to get into the caravan, and tell us about your state of being, and let's get your
Great.
flashback for your sponsor.
So you said that we had a little bit of time to get ready. Is that enough
Mhm.
time for me to load a cannonball in this cannon?
I would let you. So the cannon's being dragged behind the carriage, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty big
So-
cannon.
So generally, getting to the cannon would be a fast action and readying it. So a full reload is going to be a slow action, but
Okay.
you guys probably have it semi-ready to go already, I imagine, since it hasn't
I'm
been
pretty sure
tried.
we've been planning
Yeah.
to keep that thing loaded for a long time.
So I'll
Wasn't
let
that
you
like wasn't
Oh,
that Robert's whole thing last time where they were like sneaking cannonballs into the
Yeah.
cannon?
So
Yeah, so if you want, with your preparation, I'll let you be out by the cannon so you can just
Sure.
take a fast to get it ready.
All right. Fast to get it ready and then slow to load it, or is it loaded?
It's already loaded.
Yes. Okay. So Robert is ready to take a shot.
Mhm.
I'm thinking, I mean, it's a cannon. I want to shoot at the guy that's got cover right here. I want to
Mhm.
shoot straight through that tree, straight through the guy.
I love it.
So, as far as the state of mind goes, like, I mean, he normally likes to do his beatings up close and personal. So the prospect of a cannon, he did have to contact a couple people, specifically, of course, the sketchy contact that he had seen before, the Wombat, who kind of gave him a little bit more of the know-how about how a cannon works and the way to load it properly, the way to fire it, like how to account for the trajectory. Whereas he also had to talk with, and in this case, with that'll account for my bonus XP. But then the wolf is one that is maybe more accustomed to the practical use of it, where it's like one is book smarts, one is street smarts, and the wolf kind of teaches him like, okay, you have to watch out for recoil here, you have to watch out for the heat here and be ready. So that will account for the fact that I can negate the next condition I would take from that. Also, I had one more thing, and it's like as Robert's coming out, you can kind of see that he looks just a little bit bigger than normal because he has a coil of rope that he's tied around his waist. And when after that meeting with the wolf and the wombat, he heard just a little voice from an alleyway, a little low, a little sensual, that said, you never know when a little rope might come in handy. And this was an anonymous sponsor who slipped him just a little treat here, just a little stretch of rope or whatever the situation may call for.
I
now,
love it.
I'm gonna take a shot. Let's go.
Okay. Fantastic. So you're out there. You've been ready on that cannon. I mean, I imagine getting it ready, probably it was covered, I imagine, for the most part. So uncovering the cannon, lighting a fuse. Go ahead and make that attack. And you're hitting the one. So this one has a protection value of 4, but he's reading a paper and has no fast action. So I'm going to go ahead and just roll his protective dice while you're rolling that cannon.
Sounds good. Ooh.
All right. He got one success for a cannon equals, let's see here. Let me check the stats on that. It equals 5 damage. So, yeah, how do you blast this guy?
All right. So I imagine like having all that knowledge, but without being able to practice it himself. He takes the shot, and it does take him a second to adjust for just the shock of that, the propulsion of the cannonball. But there's just a little bit of a thrill, exhilaration, just seeing how much power this packs. And the ball, as it flies through the trees, it does in fact tear a hole straight through one of the trees. You hear the snap as one of the trees starts to fall over, and you hear just like a and then a thud as that brigand falls to the ground. Whatever he was reading, maybe smoldering just a little bit.
I don't
not
even know
enough
if
that
we
it's
would hear
illegible.
that. we probably wouldn't even hear the brigand. It was just kaboom, crash, splinter, and there's nothing there anymore.
Yeah, you guys feel the carriage get yanked a little bit as the cannon kicks back. It rumbles, it shakes. You hear one of the guards on top, "Hell's that thing was loaded!" And
I'm just fast.
Fantastic. That brigand is no more. And that was Robert's turn. All right. So this brigand right here looked like he was invested listening to Constance's plea, and now everything has erupted into gun and cannon fire. Because you had him not completely combat ready, Constance, I'm going to take his fast action away as well. But he is going to take a shot, I believe probably at Robert, who just launched the cannon.
Yeah, shoot the guy on the cannon. That's what I'd do.
So here we go. All right, Robert, you are out of fast actions. You're not currently in cover because you're back with the cannon.
Right.
So that is going to be 2 damage. This bullet is going to connect with you, and you're going to take 2 physical conditions.
Okay.
One of them can be your resolve from your sponsorship.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, in this case, I think I'd be taking the battered and wounded ones. But like with that training, with the focus, just recognizing that, you can shoot me with that. You're not going to be able to take one of these.
I love it.
I'm going to take the battered one and just like stand proudly, knowing who my next target is.
Excellent. And before he takes this shot, he looks like he was getting ready to speak up and maybe bargain, and then gunfire.
And then you
he looks
shot him with
shocked.
a cannon.
Oh, I thought we were talking it out. And he fires a shot, gets Robert. That's that brigand's turn. All right, your guard on top of the wagon is going to take a shot at that brigand that just fired at you. Maybe. There we go. Roll. All right. And your hired guard is going to miss. They fire a shot with the musket. A blast followed by some smoke.
What are we paying these guys for?
Well, you're taking aim and the carriage got yanked back by the cannon and the shot kind of went up into the air. All right. This brigand is up now. This one is in cover, fully functional. This one was never ready to talk. This one's going to return fire at Katrina, who is shooting from the carriage. So Katrina, for your protective roll, for any of you, if you need to roll these, you can just open your character sheet. There's a little roll button at the top of your sheet. You can just roll 4 bonus dice for your protection rolls.
Okay.
This guy has a slow and a fast action. And he's gonna fire.
Do I have any cover?
You do. You have 4 protection dice for
Okay,
being
okay,
in
okay.
the carriage.
Cool. And I
Which
can
is-
use my fast action?
You can use your fast action, which is good because right now. Okay.
Right now I'm about to die.
Ooh, no.
So are you using your fast action to dodge as well? Because you
Yeah.
can do both. So those were your protection dice, no successes.
Okay.
You can
we
roll
have
an
9
agility.
cursed dice. Take some of the dice, Em.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, you can roll an agility roll to try to engage something. So the way that this works is the first success of a weapon does the damage. So the first success does 2 damage. Additional successes can do a multitude of things, including swapping initiatives with somebody, doing extra damage, dealing mental conditions, things like that. So this guy is going to spend one of his extra successes swapping initiatives with you, N.
No!
And then the last one is going to be an extra damage. So you're taking 3 damage unless you can negate some of
Okay.
those.
I am gonna take 3 extra curse dice. And that brings me up to 8, which gives me a 77% chance to have a success.
Okay, I love it.
And we have beaten the odds, folks.
Oh
no.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and tack on 3 physical conditions
3?
and 3
Oh my
because none of them succeeded.
Okay.
And then your initiative is getting bumped down to 8 and his is going up to 4.
I have been exhausted, battered, and wounded.
Ooh.
Where did this guy shoot me?
He probably
In the
just had a
throat?
very precise shot, maybe right in the shoulder. I mean, you're not
Uh-huh.
incapacitated yet.
Okay.
And that was his turn. And then you did not succeed the curse dice, which I'm a little sad about, but
I am too. I would rather not be almost dead.
all right. And then for his fast action, he's gonna move up to another tree. He's still in cover. He's only 1 zone away now.
Oh no!
He looks like he's advancing towards that cannon.
Cannon can't fire into 1 zone away, I don't think. Or am I wrong?
Right.
It cannot.
Mhm.
So Galen, things have erupted into gunfire and booms, and Katrina just got hit with a bullet that flew through the carriage window. Tell us about where you're at right now, and give us your flashback for your sponsors.
Okay, so combat-wise, Galen is a strong man. He's not a decrepit old man, I'll have you know. He might be, his joints ache a little bit, but he's a fairly large, muscular old man. He's got that old man.
I didn't write
strength.
I didn't write the letter that the bandit was reading, Bill. I
That's
was
true.
just telling
That
you
is true.
what was
No,
on
that
the
is right. That's fair. Thanks, Chase. Nice letter.
Sorry.
But I'm not very good at I don't have much like close combat skill. I've a force. I'm strong, but that's about it. I don't have much range combat skill. I don't even really have much of a weapon. So I don't quite, and especially when they're far away, I don't know if there's anything I want to do leaving the caravan. Galen is not a coward, but he's a smart man. He's not an idiot. He's not like, oh, I'll just go out there and win the day. Like, no, he knows if he goes out there with 4 people with guns shooting at him from far, like the safest and smartest thing to do is remain in this caravan. So I imagine I'm remaining in the caravan. However, Katrina just got shot. Where were you? Were you outside of the caravan, or did you fire like through a window? How did
I
that
fired
work?
through the window. I'm inside. I'm in cover, and they just like
Now, okay,
devastation.
I feel like the only thing I do, I'm sitting in the caravan with Katrina. Katrina has just been shot. I don't know if there's like, I've got a medicine of like 1. Is there anything I can do in the moment as like a quick test? I know medicine is a bit weird in this game.
So most medicine is only going to be able to treat wounds long term. Like you'll need more time to do it. In the heat of battle, the only thing you can do is treat things that are critical to keep them alive. So
Cool,
if she
which is
was
not relevant
broken,
yet.
you would be able to, but she's not quite broken yet.
Sure. Okay.
Unless you have some kind of item or something I'm not aware of. But as far as I understand, no.
Cool. So I can only, but really I can only like treat an injury if it's real bad.
Mhm.
That's okay. Is there anything then that case I want to do, or maybe I just hang out here?
Could you draw her gun, maybe?
I literally, if I try and fire that gun, I will be rolling 2 dice. There doesn't seem to be that much help to that, right? What are my chances?
Could let my dog out to go attack.
Oh,
That's an interesting question. Does the dog fight by itself?
Yeah.
I believe so, right?
It has like some pluses. I think it's technically supposed to aid somebody.
Let's
it can
see
aid
here.
someone.
Yeah, let me try and put it in the chat.
Again, the dog's the same, right? The dog's going to run out and just get shot. Maybe we leave it in here to protect us if they get to the caravan. And then it helps us with close combat rolls. Rather than
you can send the dog out. I'll let you use your slow action to have the dog go do a close combat roll.
Yeah, because I got the hunting dog, which you can use for vigilance, close combat, and investigation.
Well, I'm going to let the dog out. Who's going to do it? It's me.
You're letting the dog out.
Me.
So.
That's right. I let the dog out, and that's it. Let's let the dog go and make an attack against a close by bandit.
Excellent. Yeah.
You little dog, go and do your job. This is why you're here. Go.
And it stinks up.
Excellent. Now you can either send the dog off of one of the distant ones, and it will get to their zone, or you can have it
one zone chompity chomp.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll 3 close combat dice then.
I'm assuming my horse can't go kick someone. I don't think that's how that works. All right, 3 close combat dice. All righty then. Where the heck is my window for that? I'll just roll 3 dice.
I like it.
Skill 3 roll. Oh, I think I rolled 0 dice, but I got a success anyway. Can I keep that and roll 2 more?
Go for it. Roll 2 more dice.
Why will you not let me? Oh, I was trying to change a base dice instead of bonus dice. Here are 2 more. Oh, there's another success. The dog got 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So you can either use that success.
Double damage, baby.
Double damage? Okay.
Double damage, baby.
Yeah, tell me how this dog takes this guy down.
Dang. It's the dog. It just runs out, straight forward, jumps up. Classic dog, right? Grabs the arm when he tries to defend himself. He falls to the ground by the weight of the dog. Moves the arm, comes to the throat. Bandit's dead. I didn't train this dog. I take no responsibility for the violence in which it is happening.
Excellent. All right. And that brigand is dealt with. That dog incapacitates him. It's rough. All right. And then any fast action, or are you going to save it?
No, I'll save it. That's all right.
Okay.
I will say, I have some flashbacks for you about the boons that I got.
Yeah,
neither of them is very nice to the people who sponsored us, so be prepared. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the sponsorship.
The characters we represent as our supporters do not reflect our thoughts on our supporters.
Yes. So I have an extra item, and I got this from the Wombat. The Wombat, shady guy, very good underground contact. Not because of anything nice that the Wombat did. Wombat has been visiting a lot of other people, sharing information, setting up secret deals. We didn't really interact on this one. I got home to my castle, one of my new castles, to find in the main storage room the Wombat with a crowbar breaking open one of my large chests full of gold bullion that had been shipped from my business endeavors on the mainland. Oh, not the mainland, I'm on the mainland, but in the rest of Europe, the main sort of shipped over, just trying to bust the lock off. I spooked him. He ran away, but dropped his crowbar, and I've kept it with me ever since. So I've still got that crowbar with me. But not that wasn't deliberate. That was them trying to steal from me, and I'm not having that. And then my other thing is I have a resistance. I have the capacity to take a condition and not take it, which I've decided is this is from Bomania. Bomania, one of my students at university. I've been lecturing lately in natural sciences. Bomania is not a good student and has sent me their thesis. It is a very large, thick sheaf, like ream of paper. Absolutely no academic merit whatsoever. It's sitting in my front pocket, and it might stop a bullet.
I love that. So good.
That's where I'm at. Sorry, Bomania. I love you. You're great. But in the world of Vaesen, really, you need to work on your research. None of this is worth publishing. But I've got it at the moment. It's sitting in my jacket pocket. I agreed I'd read it, and I'm a man of my word. But hopefully it stops a bullet if I get shot. And that's it. That's my turn. That's
That
Galen's
is
turn.
hilarious. Okay, very good. We're up to our last brigand. This brigand, fully functional, is going to spend a fast action moving up to one zone away and getting behind a tree. And then the slow action is going to be taking a shot at Robert on that cannon.
All right.
Oh,
So
Robert!
Here we go. All right, Robert, I believe that is just going to do 2 more damage to you, which I think puts you at broken.
Combat's
Is-
hard.
Is that correct?
Is that gonna give me 2 conditions?
2 conditions, yep.
Okay. So I had wounded. That'll give me battered and exhausted now.
Okay, so you're not quite broken yet then. Oh yeah, because you had your sponsorship extra condition.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Hey,
sponsors.
look at that. Saving
Saving our
2 people from being
lives.
broken, actually, because I think Katrina would be broken without
I
it
would
too.
be broken as well.
All right. That is the end of the combat round. So everybody gets their slow and fast action back right now. And Constance, you're up.
Is the setting for
Okay.
this campaign. What would you like to do?
All right. It is a. I'm gonna draw my revolver, I guess. I'm so nervous. I feel like I want to save my fast action, but also we gotta kill these guys.
Just
Pulling and
shoot
shooting
Robert,
with
put
your
him out of his-
revolver is just a slow action. You don't have to break it down super step by step like that.
Oh, you're not gonna make me draw a weapon as
No,
a fast
prepping
action.
something like a cannon would take a fast
that's
action
fair.
because that's like a lot of work. But I mean, pulling a firearm is fat because scenes in Vaesen isn't like slow and standard actions in like D&D. It's like
I'm just okay. I'm not gonna
A
argue
fast
with it. It's
action can be
on the
running
table,
across the
but I will
field,
not
so.
argue about it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
good
taking
with
a
that.
taking a fast action
I'm
to
gonna
draw
shoot
my
from
pistol
the hip.
and a slow action to cock the hammer. Now another fast action to pull the trigger.
yeah,
I
because also
will-
even and for reloading, just so people know, you're assumed to reload between actions, so you don't have to spend like a slow or fast action to reload, with the exception of something like a cannon.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot at
Katrina.
yes.
He was the traitor all along.
Added an
I'll shoot
adversary.
I guess it doesn't super matter. I'll shoot.
You
at
want to
this
shoot probably
This
that
one's
one
in
because they're
cover.
within one range
Oh.
increment.
This one's
though.
not in cover.
What range is this one?
2.
Oh dang. I think
And you're using
my-
a pistol or revolver, which you actually can't reach that one out there. So
yeah.
this would be the only
And
one you
he's
can't
in
reach.
cover. Cover
He's-
just means it's harder. Or
So yeah, his cover of the tree is going to give him 3 protection dice. So he'll roll 3 dice to try to negate damage.
Okay. Well, and he's within 1 though, right?
Yep.
All right. I have no choice. I will shoot. I'm
Ooh,
gonna
look,
use.
I can put this right here and show how many zones they are away. How about
Oh,
that?
love it.
Oh,
You'll love it.
Nice.
You'll love to see it. I'm gonna use some dice. I'm gonna use 3.
Wow, who donated so many blessed dice all of a sudden?
I'll
always
use.
a wolf.
I'll use
People
blessed
love you
dice.
guys.
Yes.
We have 9 blessed dice, so I'll use some of those. Okay, here we
I
go.
don't appreciate you using kilometers as like they're some kind of nonsensical, non-defined
The
thing.
only
Oh
thing
my
it lets
gosh.
me
Oh
do.
no.
8 dice, no successes. Do I want to push?
Pushing is the same as getting shot.
Yeah,
Like mechanically,
but I
pushing
haven't
is the
used
same
my
as getting shot
I
by a
haven't
musket.
used my reinforcement yet, so I could take it and not take a condition. Man, no. Well, but Katrina. Oh, I'm so stressed. Okay, no. I'm gonna not push. I'm just taking a shot. Constance is not a fighter. She's panicked. She's screaming. She started screaming when she heard the cannon explode, and then Katrina
Hasn't
got shot.
stopped since.
And she's like, she's not taking a careful shot. She's just wildly shooting out of the window and like covering herself and trying to cover Katrina, who just got shot in the shoulder. and it's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. All right, that's where Constance is at.
I love it. All right, and you're keeping your fast action. Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready to hit the deck.
Okay, very good. All right, this bodyguard is up, and I think this one's gonna take a shot at this one out in the open, because that seems like a thing a bodyguard would do. So let's roll that. And the hunter
here.
does not get any successes. Takes another shot. Apparently your bodyguards were not worth the pay because they are not good shots.
Honestly, you know what would make them worth the pay is if they were taking these shots. Like that would make them worth the pay.
But the bandits aren't going to shoot at them yet because they don't seem to be doing anything. You know?
We're clearly the threat. Yeah.
Threats have been established.
Yeah.
All right. That is going to make it Robert's turn.
All right. So am I able to load and fire with all my actions on this farther one?
So loading a cannon would be a slow action.
Okay.
If you want to reload it and prep it for shot, you could do it and then somebody else could come fire it, or do something else.
In this case, I'll load it, but I'll hold on to my fast action for safety.
Okay. I like it.
For safety. That's smart.
Yes.
Okay, you get that cannon ready. And this one over here is going to say, the deck is getting it ready. And then this brigand is up. And this one is going to spend his fast action, moving up into one, getting into cover behind this tree, and then shooting at one of the bodyguards up on the carriage.
Hey, they're earning their pay now, Katrina.
I imagine Katrina looks pretty incapacitated at this point, at least visually.
She's probably slumped down on the floor inside the carriage.
Yeah, like if you hit somebody with a gun,
pressed.
you'd probably try to hit another person with a gun rather than shoot the person you already shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is it. These guys do not push, so that is a miss. And it is now up to the other bodyguard, who is going to take a shot at this one over here behind cover. Let's see if anybody can hit a gunshot.
We need a hero.
They sure can't.
Oh my gosh.
There's tree bark exploding. There's smoke and gunpowder in the air. This fight's dragging out.
This is fun.
All right, Katrina, you're very wounded and you're up.
My name is Katrina, and I'm having a bad time. Let's see here. I would like to use enough dice. You know what? I'll go curse dice again. We'll do as many as conditions that I have. So I have 3 conditions, so that'll make up for it a little bit. That will put me up to Oh, that's interesting. I guess it's because it's giving me a +2.
And you're using curse
I'm using
dice,
my rifle.
Oh, your rifle. Okay.
I'm gonna attack. I just clicked my rifle and it said I only had -1 dice and I got confused, but then math caught up with me. I'm gonna use 3 curse dice, which will take me to a +2 bonus dice.
Okay. I like it.
I'm at a 9d6. 1 success, Chase.
All right, 1 success.
See if they can dodge.
He does not have a fast action left, but he does have 3 protection dice. So here we go.
Okay.
Let's roll it.
Aha!
None. Okay. How do you get him?
Okay.
And that was a curse dice involved, yeah?
Yes, curse dice were involved. I used 3 of them, if that makes a difference. So Katrina grabs the seat and pulls herself up, lifting her rifle, and just exhales slowly before taking the next shot. And it actually goes through foliage to hit him. Nice. So it wasn't a totally clear shot. She's gonna save her fast action and just sink back down to the ground and start reloading.
Okay, I love it. And which one did you shoot at?
It was this one over here.
Okay. That one is down. You've got 1 left. And Galen, you're up.
What am I gonna do, really? Take a break.
What about the dog? The Odin's still out there.
Yeah, we'll let the dog
yeah.
fight another brigand. Let's do that, shall we?
Oh yeah, the dog. I like it. Go ahead and get 3 close combat dice.
And just roll 3 dog dice. Nah, no successes. Sad
No
dog.
go unless you want to push
He's
it.
still a good boy. He's still a good boy.
He's still busy eating the other hunter, or the other brigand. Who trained this thing?
It was me. I'm so sorry.
Terrible.
Anything else for you,
that's all.
Galen?
No, I
right.
don't think so. This is not my fault. This is not my my area of expertise.
All right.
Is Galen panicked at all? I want to know what Galen's reaction. No, he's just calm and knows that he's not good at this, but is just like
Yeah, this is not like there's
cover.
no feeling of like, oh, it's just literally Galen knows what he can do. If they get in here, he's ready to to try and tackle them to the ground, but he doesn't want to leave the. He's probably worried for Katrina. They're old friends, so he's sitting there just kind of mostly tending to Katrina, but not mechanically. So just like, in fact, I think when you're trying to get up to the window to take your shot, he may have been there for you to lean on. Literally just like standing next to you, you could get an elbow up on his shoulder, prop yourself up. But other than that, he's mostly just.
You know what?
You there.
I'm going to put this going forward because I really do like the idea of somebody being able to tend to somebody who's hurt. What if we just house rule this? Let's say people can spend their slow action to use a medicine, and for every success you get, I'll let you negate for the next round their dice penalty to physical condition.
Oh, that's
so we don't get rid
cool.
of condition, but we have a temporary negation.
Yeah.
I love that. In that case,
Yeah.
I'll make the dog's already attacked, but it's good for the future. I like that. As
Yeah,
a
let's
concept. That's a
do
fun
that. Just
mechanic.
so we have something to do, because I like the idea of somebody patching somebody up mid-combat.
Chase,
Okay.
you're feeling very intense. I feel like you need to take a sit back.
I'm feeling intense.
Go forward.
Yeah.
I want you closer.
Is that
I want
a
you
way of telling me to
closer,
lean
Chase.
back?
Yeah, I was trying to be subtle.
Could get really, really intense.
I really don't like that.
All right. So that is Johan's turn. So this brigand is up. This brigand is behind cover. You guys see him fidget for something in his pocket. You hear a jingle jangle, and then he says, "This is for you." And he throws something at the carriage, and you hear it clunk onto the metal side of the carriage and drop to the ground. That's his slow action.
Oh my god.
And then he is going to spend his fast action moving a zone away and fleeing. He is 2 zones away now. Constance, you're up.
Does he seem to be running away, or he's just
He
getting
looks like
into
he's full-blown fleeing.
Okay.
He's out of cover. He is sprinting away.
Okay. I think Constance is just going to mechanically this doesn't I won't be able to like actually hit him, but I think Constance is just gonna fire her revolver again, like, you know, kind of like don't you turn around kind of thing, like
Yeah.
keep running, almost like cover fire, but just like, yeah, get out of here.
Suppressing fire.
Exactly. Exactly. So she's still just totally freaking out. But yeah, it just like pops her head up and is just like, yes, you better run, you filthy son of a bitch. If you come back here, then we'll look at it through your skull. And she's just like spitting nonsense. She's just like shooting her revolver into the trees.
I love it.
That's what she's gonna spend her turn
Yeah,
doing.
he hops and jumps and, you know, flinches, and that's your turn. All right, let's see if one of your bodyguards can, you know, do something before this encounter is over. They're going to take a shot. Here we go.
Cool.
Hey, there we go. So he's on the run. Your bodyguard gets him square in the back. You hear an oof as thumps to the ground. And with that, we're out of initiative. What are you
Is there
guys
a
doing?
bomb about to explode underneath our car?
Could we see what was thrown?
Yeah, you gonna go investigate what was thrown at the carriage?
No, it's gonna explode in half a second. We have to run.
I somehow missed that detail. I
Yeah.
didn't even.
Yeah, we have to go.
Yeah. Would I be able to dash and chuck
Yeah,
that somewhere?
Robert dashing to go grab it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Can I grab Katrina and just drag her out of the caravan to leave while that's
Yeah.
happening? Just sit there. I'd like to do that. Would you like me to make a force roll or just carry a woman?
no, you can go. I mean, because she's still capable of moving. You can kind of help her out. Constance, I mean, Galen's panicking, leaving the carriage, or what are you doing?
I think it actually tracks that Tori missed this detail because Constance was also just like
Get out of here,
completely oblivious.
Constance!
What? What is it?
There's a bomb! There's a bomb under the
She's
caravan!
screaming and is just like dives out of the carriage, like kind of like trips and falls in the dirt a little bit and is just like scrambling away off to the trees.
And Robert, you dash to the side of the carriage and you see on the ground where you saw something thrown, there is a bronze linked chain with a little sigil on the end of it of a skull with a scorpion tail looping into the mouth.
Oh, it was just intimidation. I heard a jingle and I thought it was the pin being removed from the grenade.
I love that though.
What kind of person is like,
gosh.
this is for you, haha, run away, and it's not a bomb?
Well, maybe that was part of his plan. Maybe he wanted us to think it was a bomb.
The freak.
Someone's gonna have to fetch Constance because she is like ducked down, like prone, just like head assumed blast position, like ready for anything to explode.
If it doesn't explode, then I will take it back to whoever's closest. I don't know which of our party is closest to me.
The dog.
Yeah, any of you. That's up to you guys now. The bodyguards are going to jump down. They're going to start immediately inspecting you and Katrina. Are you okay? You look injured. We need to get you to medical attention promptly.
I am quite all right. We can continue. How far off are we from the destination?
We're still most of a good day there. We'll arrive there in the evening.
Now, Chase, I'm not gonna like bleed out, right?
No.
Nah, you're fine.
I mean, yeah, I think we're good to just travel onwards.
The bomb? There's no bomb?
No,
it's all
there's
right?
no bomb. We were confused as to the location of a bomb, but no, it's fine.
It was jewelry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a little chain or something.
Yeah.
How the hell do you
symbol.
get jewelry mixed up with a bomb?
Because
I
he
had a
reached
heart
into his
attack,
pocket
nearly.
and he said, "This is for you," and he jangled some metal and he threw it at us. If that was me, I'd be throwing a bomb.
Me too. And I pull a grenade out of my pocket.
See?
What?
There is a bomb. I told you.
Does this mean anything to any of you?
Do you hold it up?
Yeah.
It's the necklace. It's the symbol, right, Chase?
It is the symbol, yep.
Get my monocle out.
Oh my
I love
god.
that- I love
She'll-
that concept of him being like, "Does this mean anything to any of you?" While hiding it away so you can't see it.
Hey, Constance has been cut out of the communication loop before. I was just making sure. She'll walk up to Robert and slowly take it. I know exactly what this is.
Good.
I
Do?
yes, I took a few personal cases while we were on a break, but I also did some research on this symbol, actually. I was planning on reporting my findings to all of you, but, well, the last few days have just been quite rushed, and honestly, I didn't think it was quite relevant to our immediate case, and I'm not sure it quite is, but I do apologize. I see now that I should have better prepared all of us for, apparently, an ambush. This is the symbol of an organization, and I'll just sort of relay everything you've shared with me, Chase, which I will recap for you guys, that it is an organization called Venenum Emontes,
Aluminum.
which is a religious group that believes that the Christian God idea is a lie, and that Satan is a righteous being that should be worshipped, and that they revere and protect Vaesen. So, in other words, I don't think they take too kindly to our work in banishing and resolving Vaesen problems. I think they see it, well, frankly, as heretical.
Well, this is frankly ridiculous. How did they even know we were coming down here? Has anybody told people of these plans? No. So maybe someone we have hired or worked with is giving information. Maybe one of them is... Now, I don't like this new creepy gardener that we've all hired. I would suggest everybody stop speaking any information in front of our new gardener. Horace? I don't know. He is a creepy little man.
Isn't he your employee?
He was. Before I generously donated him to our organization.
I see. You always had an eye for business, Galen.
Yes, that is good. Correct. You cannot call me my old name.
I almost
little girl
did.
will haunt me forever. Please do not do this. I do not wish to see that girl one more time.
Now, if you all don't mind, I would like a nap.
That
Yes.
sounds good.
If we get back into our caravan and continue on, we should be okay. Maybe we can find medical professionals nearby the ironworks. But I think we should be on our way. I do not want to wait here for more strange cultists to appear.
I agree, but perhaps we should look around. Perhaps they may have left a clue as to how they found us in the first place. Just a quick glance.
Your coach driver comes walking up, still trembling from the aftershock of the battle. You don't have to worry about pillaging on those bodies. I'll make sure that somebody cleans them up on the way back.
Yes, but we're looking for clues, like investigators. This is our job, not... this is not some kind of strange...
I'm not
body
pillaging.
party.
Yes, that's not...
No, pillage will
at all
happen.
No offense, sire, but if you're investigating brigands on this road, it's like trying to convict an entire colony of ants. They're very plentiful on this road.
Well, perhaps you can just leave the investigation to me. And she'll pull out her magnifying glass, and she holds it almost like a safety blanket. You can tell she's just like calmer, like, okay, there's something for me to do, like that makes sense to me, that I can do, and like she is eager to just sort of fall into the zone and calm herself down.
Okay, so you're investigating the bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
My dog can help.
Please, ma'am, be careful
Does
of
he
the
help with
corpses. She'll
investigation?
Catch a sickness.
You take
He
3
does.
bonus dice.
Oh, I love it.
Katrina, do you mind if I borrow Odin?
As long as everyone stops talking to me, you can use my things as you like. And she's just like wrapping her coat tighter around herself and like shivering a little bit as she tries to go to sleep.
Come on, Odin. Oh my god, you are covered in blood.
Bunch of blood around the muzzle.
Right. Good boy. Let's go. Come on, follow me. And she'll go tromping off. Not far, obviously, but just kind of toward the bodies that are still here.
I like it.
All right. So I ignore my conditions when I investigate.
Very nice. I don't know if you have any mental conditions anyway, right?
I do. I'm angry still.
Oh, right.
Okay, and then I get 3 bonus dice from Odin.
And 1 from the magnifying glass.
Yes, thank you.
Nice.
Look at you guys with all your tools.
Oh, no
Ooh,
success.
all right, one.
Good thing you have so many.
Yeah. 12 dice, 1 success. I'll take it.
Wow.
I do
All
have
right.
6 curse dice, just in case.
Yeah,
That's
just if you
true.
need it for next time.
All right, so these brigands do not have much usefulness on them. They're wearing pretty tattered clothes, pretty worn boots. They do all have muskets and ammo. So if any of you want to take a musket, you can. They also have makeshift hand weapons that are basically just broken off pitchforks on their side. It looks like they were intending to use as hand-to-hand weapons. Notably, as you're looking around, one of them, you have to flip him over to get to a satchel that kind of fell under his front as he fell forward. Does have some papers in the satchel.
Yes, this is what I'm looking for.
Excellent. Yeah, the dog kind of points it out and points underneath the corpse. And as you roll it over, you pull out the papers. There are 5 pieces of parchment. Looks like he hurriedly tried to roll them back up in the satchel as he was running. 4 of them have very detailed sketches of the 4 of you. And then the 5th says, "We hope you enjoy the weapons, and we hope they serve you well. In addition, if you come across any of the following people, we would pay a great amount if you could bring us their corpses."
Signed by anyone or anything?
At the end of it, there is a skull and scorpion sigil.
Okay. I will take the satchel and the papers in it, and I'll take a musket.
Okay.
Okay. Constance
I'm gonna
comes
add
back.
a musket to your sheet.
She looks considerably calmer, having kind of used the logic instead of just the action. And she hefts a musket and says, "I'm not certain we'll run into any more trouble, but in case we do, this might help." And she'll put it into the carriage and then pull out the sketches. "It seems that these men were paid, or were hoping to get paid, to take us out by this organization. I do not believe that they themselves were members."
No, it does not seem that way. This is ridiculous. There are people paying for our deaths. We should be working together to help the whole world be fine. It seems ridiculous that people would look at what we do and be so disgusted they would pay to have us killed. This is ridiculous. Also, this does not look anything like me.
Oh, really? I thought
this
likeness
is
was
a
quite
picture
striking.
this is a picture of some kind of old man. It looks nothing like me.
Well, on the upside, it seems that they have your name incorrect.
Ah, this is true. They will be looking for a Johann Bostrom, but they will find only the grave of a child. So this could work to our advantage. All my paperwork has been updated to say Gelen Forskere.
Well, let's hope that's all it takes.
That's it. We are safe forever.
She'll load everything up into the carriage and is ready to go.
Fantastic. Anything else anybody wants to do before we depart and officially arrive at your destination?
I have one thing I want to ask Gollin on the road, but I wanted to let anyone else go if Katrina or Robert had anything.
I think they're both just coughing up blood.
Is anybody keeping that necklace?
Oh, I
yeah,
would like
100%.
to, yeah.
Whoever's holding on to that, just mark scorpion chain in your inventory.
I hate that you do this, Chase.
Oh, do you want to touch the necklace? Touch it with your hands? Bare hands?
Constance is happy to give it to anyone else, but I feel like my instinct is probably that Constance would take it unless someone insisted on having it because she's been researching it herself.
Yeah, it's fair.
Scorpion necklace?
Scorpion chain.
Unless you want it, Robert.
Oh no.
Okay.
I was just
We
gonna
want you
say
to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all yours.
Oh, thanks.
I'd say that, and this is, I guess, kind of like an odd way of using it, I guess. But I'd like to use my memento. I imagine that maybe when Constance returns, like she would notice that Robert is just passed out in a corner of the carriage, just clutching at an old faded piece of paper, that old love letter that he always refers back to. And I'd say in taking this pass out nap, I'd like to get rid of my exhausted physical condition.
Okay. I love that. Go ahead. Clear that out with your memento use. Speaking of, here's a notable thing for all of you. So let's talk a quick bit about removing injuries, right? So we just made a house rule for using it in combat. Aside from that, treating a critical injury, which is somebody who has become broken, that takes 1 turn. One of the 2 easiest ways to heal more than that, number 1, your memento. So I guess there's 3 ways. Number 2, if you guys can find an actual like medical clinic or a psychiatric clinic, you guys can spend resources to heal at those. You guys did some research ahead of time. It didn't look like those would be available where you're going, but that will heal a number of conditions based on the place you go to. Also, each of you are allowed a rest once per day, where as long as you're in comfortable, safe conditions, you personally can choose to take your rest at that scene and recover 2 conditions. So the rest of the way here, since you guys got the comfortable, fancy carriage, any of you can choose this as your rest for the day if you would like. You don't have to. You can save it. This doesn't have to be a group decision. It's just if your character wants to rest along the way.
Oh.
And then aside from that, if you guys want to spend a day treating yourselves or others, you can spend an entire day doing medical treatment, and you can heal more. You can heal multiple people at once with medicine. You just have to have appropriate conditions and spend the whole day doing so.
Can I do it while we drive?
No.
Okay.
It's like literally a whole day activity, and you're coming to the tail end of the day.
Sounds good.
And not really in a place to set up medical equipment and full on do triage.
Perfect.
I'm using my rest right
I
now.
used my rest as well.
Okay, so notably, right now with this horrendous heat, it is very difficult to get a restful rest. So as long as you guys are in extreme heat like you are right now, and you haven't really been out of it in quite some time, it's going to require a force test to heal the full 2 conditions from a rest.
Oh,
If you fail it, you'll only heal 1.
Use bonus dice. Maybe not cursed. A cursed rest.
No, I already am cursed. I don't know what my
But
my
there's 6
penalty
blessed
is.
dice though.
The curse is already in play. You just don't know it yet.
Ooh,
2
nice, Robert.
successes.
Excellent.
I am going to use 2 blessed dice, if that's okay with everyone.
Do it.
Yeah.
I used
That'll-
all of them earlier, so I don't feel like you have to ask us permission.
No!
Oh no.
Okay. I only
All right.
heal 1.
Fantastic. Okay, you heal for 1 condition. Robert, you succeeded. You heal for 2 during your rest. Johan and Constance, you 2 are good, yeah?
Yeah, while they're napping, actually, I feel like this works well because Constance would like to chat with Colin.
Yes.
So as after those 2 have passed out and are sleeping, and some time has passed, we've gotten over the jitters and everything. Constance will say, Colin, I couldn't help but notice that you said we shouldn't use your old name because you do not wish to see that girl ever again. Yes?
Yes, this is true.
And you said that it seems to have been successful so far.
Yes, it's been successful so far.
But when we were departing and loading up our carriage, you froze up in the square and you told me that you had seen the girl.
Yes. Yeah, no, I must have seen just a real little girl in near the station. It triggered a memory of the ghost. That's all it was. It was a real girl dressed in a ghostly cloth. She must have been standing on top of a grate, and steam had blown the dress, so it looked like
Garland.
like a ghost. Like a
Constance.
Yes.
Galen erupts into flames and starts screaming horrifically.
Ah!
You smell burning flesh. You see his skin just melting away from his face.
Why would you ask
The
me
entire
questions? You have done this with your...
Lights on fire. And I need you to roll me a fear test. And you are considered alone right now because Galen is definitely dying and the other two are asleep.
I'm definitely dying. I'm on fire.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Goodness.
It's logic or empathy, right?
Mhm.
There is no logical way to explain the fire. Ah!
Oh gosh. Okay. I need to take some bonus dice. I'm gonna take I'll take 2 cursed dice just so I'm not negative. Okay, I got a success.
Okay. Galen, you are mid-conversation with Constance, and she just dozed off in the middle
She's
of your
very
conversation while you were talking. You're not on fire,
But-
by the way. You're
But
fine.
of course not. I'm not a fool. Well,
Constance, you gasp awake, and you realize that you had fallen asleep at some point. And Galen is not on fire.
I left. I'm not there anymore. I'm somewhere else.
Wait,
In the
aren't we all in the
carriage?
carriage?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on top. I left. I went up to where the driver is.
I love it. Riding on top with the guards.
Okay. Constance looks around and like almost for a moment goes to wake Robert and then it's all right. It's just a dream. It's all right. I'm just nervous from all of the excitement on the road. And I don't like it when people lie to me. So that was just my subconscious, obviously, understanding the situation. And she's just sort of quietly talking to herself, kind of talking through, like, this is making sense of it.
Neither you nor our audience will ever get the truth about Gregor.
A bold statement. Fantastic.
To clarify the fiction really quick, Chase, I did ask him those questions, though, right?
Yeah,
But-
you did.
But then
That
as he
happened.
was like,
That's-
oh, I must have seen a ghostly child. And but like while he was explaining himself, I just like narcolepsy fell asleep.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. You guys are nearing your destination. We are about to officially begin the start of the mystery. So for now, this feels like a good time for a break. So chat, please stick around. We're going to step away for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will see you guys in just a bit. See you soon.
Get out of here. Stay.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging around while we took a quick rest. You know, we had some gunshot wounds to recover from, some, burning and spontaneous combustion. So I appreciate y'all hanging out and joining us once again. All right. We just left off after our investigators here survived an ambush of brigands. And we are now arriving in Smolandia. And we are arriving at, oh my goodness, I just literally forgot the name as soon as I went to go say it.
Oh, where we're heading?
Yes,
The
we're
town?
arriving. Yes, the town. So you're not actually arriving at the town. So your letter is bringing you to the homestead of Alfred Herenstam, the gentleman that you're supposed to be helping. So you guys are rolling up, and due to the delay of the ambush, you had to remove the tree. You had to get yourselves patched up. And then after your travels, you guys are arriving in the early, well, not the early, it's the later evening. It's like 10 p.m. as you guys are arriving up here. Now the entire scenery on your travels up to here has been pretty grim, pretty bland. Farms with dead livestock just completely abandoned. And it's no different here. As you guys roll up to this very small farm, and I think I have a map here. Yeah. Let's get you guys over in the appropriate spot. You guys are coming to the Harenstam homestead up here.
Lovely.
Galen, Katrina, Robert. This farmhouse looks almost abandoned like the rest. There are dead crops. The grass in the area around just looks dead. It is still extremely hot. In fact, even more so. It seems like the farther south you've gotten and the closer to your destination, the more intensely hot it gets. Even though the sun is down, it's just still a heat wave rushing over your face. You can feel it. It feels thick. And you guys roll up to this farmstead. Nobody about.
Oh, no one's around.
Nobody's around. No lights. It's dark. Bit of moonlight lighting up the area.
Can we?
Well, should we knock or?
Yeah, can we just approach the house? Give it a bit of a.
Your coachman turns to you. You sure this is your destination?
This is where we were told to meet. It may be that he does not keep his lights on. Either way, we should check if he is here. Please wait here for us just a moment. Keep the meter running.
Yes, until you give a signal.
Yes.
So you guys are going up and giving the door a knock?
I mean, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Go.
Knock.
Yeah. You hear the creak of a bed on the other side of the door. Oh, it's already. And then you see some lights turn on. You see some fire glow through the window. And then, this gentleman here will answer the door. Hello. You must be those that I sent for.
Yes, this is, my name is Galen. This is Katrina, my servant Robert, and Constance. We are here to deal with the issue.
He's holding a little candlestick, and he looks outside and looks up at the sky. I apologize. This heat's been quite unbearable. I must have dozed off. Please, come in. I'm afraid I don't have much to offer in terms of comfort. My home is quite simple at the moment, you see.
Yes, of course.
Can I help you carry anything in?
I'm sure we have some bags, but Robert can get them.
All right.
Very well.
He's so hurt. He is so injured.
And we just casually leave out the fact that we have a cannon. That's fine.
Do you have a cannon storage unit here on the farm?
A cannon?
Yes, we do have a cannon we need to store.
You think that she-devil is so dangerous, requires such heavy artillery?
That is a question for us to know.
Yes, it is better to be prepared, and we assumed you wouldn't have a cannon on hand.
I do not. You are correct. In fact, I don't have much on hand. Please, come on in. Servant, you are welcome to join us whenever you are finished with the belongings. My home is yours as well.
Will do. Thank you very much.
My mother spoke highly of your organization. What is it you call yourselves?
We are the society. I don't know if we had a
what do we? I don't think we've ever come
the
up with a name.
society is what.
Okay.
It's what Linnea called you. You guys are welcome to rename yourselves. You're reforming this thing, so.
We are the Lords of the Vaesen. We
are the name. We're still working on the official name. You can just call us the Society for now.
Society.
We are called Venenum Amantes.
Nope, that's not the name that we are using. You should forget that you heard that.
Our organization, Venenum Amantes.
Did you say that out loud?
No, of course not. I only say it to the viewers at home.
Good. Well, the society has a nice mysterious ring to it. Yes, please join me inside. He leads you inside. His house is almost nothing. He has a bed. He has a chamber pot. There is a small little kitchen area of like a butcher's block, a table, and some chairs. And it looks like he has 4 bedrolls laid out on the floor for you guys. You could imagine. He goes and sits down on the bed, sets his candlestick on a bedside table.
I'm afraid that this is it. This was the home of my parents. They passed recently. And, this is why I'm trying to leave. Not much left for me here, I'm afraid.
And
Yes.
where does your brother August live?
He stays in his rich manor at the ironworks, just down south here. He'll gesture out the window, and you guys can see a glow off in the distance, followed by a big plume of smoke rising up into the air.
I'm unfamiliar with ironworks. Do they normally look like that?
Well, ours does. Produces the highest quality ore. I said ours again, yet he has cut me out under no grounds whatsoever. We built that business up together. And my brother, he is a kind and a generous soul, and just something's come over him. Ever since that priestess came around, things started going sour. Last we spoke, I told him we should be moving to America, taking our business with us. This land is dying all around. I'm sure you saw it on the way here. But that proposition, he just wants to stay here with his wealth. He mistreats his employees now. He mistreated me. The last time we spoke, he threatened to kill me if he saw me on the ironworks again. That is not my brother. That is somebody who has been corrupted by something evil. I know my brother.
Yes, you say this. You say that this could not be how he would act normally. There must be something supernatural involved. But we journeyed here. It has taken us many days. And you see my friends here have been hurt. We were attacked on the way. We have sacrificed a lot to get here.
You were attacked on the way. Are you all right?
We are fine. We are fine. Do not worry.
I
But
got shot right
she got
here.
shot. But it is not the first time.
My God. Are you sure you don't need a doctor?
We do not need any of your doctor. No, we will probably need a doctor. But what I want to say first is we came here because we believed that you had an earnest suspicion that there was something truly supernatural involved. But I need you to give me something more than just the disgruntled opinions from a family squabble. Right? What would you say? She is a she-devil, that she has ensorcelled your brother. Why are we to believe this is not just what all women do to all successful men?
It's different. I wish I had something more to explain it to you, but it was a blatant change. It wasn't something slow. I've seen my brother scorned by love before. I've seen my brother manipulated by love. Yeah, I don't think he loves this woman. They're not romantically involved as far as I'm aware of. Just
Please.
one day he was my kind brother, taking care of his employees. Me and him, we grew up together. We've run this business with no contention. One day he just started mistreating his employees. He hired the most horrific foreman you've ever seen. He abuses the people that work there. And it was all after this priestess. I assume I won't jump to she-devil if you think that's potentially not the problem.
No, if anything, I would like you to be more sure she is a she-devil. I would like you to have 100% conviction in the supernatural. Anything less than that is not enough for me to be convinced.
Well, Garland, with all due respect, I think part of that is our job to determine. Katrina,
Yes, I suppose.
I did not mean to interrupt you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired, so I will be forthright with you, Alfred. Have you seen anything you cannot explain? Color shifts in eyes, strange scents, any small clue that you might have noticed can give us a lead into what problem we're dealing with.
I wish I had something more to go off of. It's just...
Was there a full moon the night your brother shifted? Was there any sort of significant event? Did cows die?
I believe
the
there
field
was.
over?
I believe there was a full moon. Come to think of it.
He is a werewolf.
I do not think that's the case.
Werewolves are just myths, right?
Under the light of the full moon, he turns into a capitalist.
No, werewolves are quite real, but that is not what we're dealing with.
Wait, what?
You would certainly know.
Werewolves are real? I didn't know this. Oh my god.
Yes, they are a tier 2 fear check, actually.
Wow, my God.
I've seen one,
This is
as a matter of fact. But that is neither here nor there. I was wondering, Alfred, if you might tell us a little more about this preacher, she-devil woman. When did she arrive, and under what circumstances, and what sort of effect has she had on not just your brother, but the town at large? I'd like to know more about her work here.
Her name's Beata Gideon's daughter. She arrived maybe 6 months ago. She has not just had an effect on my brother. Everybody. She gives these fiery sermons of hell and brimstone, but she doesn't believe in the traditional Christianity. Whenever she gives these sermons, everybody gets worked up. I've been to some of her talks. I don't know how to explain it. She feels wrong. My mother talked to me about the supernatural. She knew of your organization. That's how I knew to reach out. She taught me to trust those instincts. Something feels wrong about that woman.
How did you feel listening to these talks? It doesn't seem as if you've fallen under her supposed influence.
She calls them revival meetings. I attended one and felt sick to my stomach. The deep dread in my chest as she spoke. Just the way she looks at people, it feels wrong.
Another odd question for you. After any of these sermons, has the weather changed at all?
You have odd questions.
There's been some troublesome lightning storms of late.
Ah, of course.
Causing fires with all the dry weather.
Interesting.
Most likely just heat lightning, unless you think that she's the one bringing the heat waves here.
I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I've heard that there is a local legend regarding your lake.
What is that?
You do not know of it? About the Black Lake?
Are you talking about the same thing that Gideon's daughter speaks of? She talks about some sort of ancient battle between the righteous and Satan that took place where that lake now stands. Says it was named after it.
So for people playing along at home, in the woods south of the town of Nosio lies Lake Heron. Local elders speak of this black lake with reverence. Legend has it, a ferocious beast, like the one she mentioned, roamed these parts hundreds of years ago, like in the time frame she mentioned. And that the villagers banded together to slay the monster. In the terrible battle, like the battle she mentioned, the army drove the beast back to its cave, and a mighty sorceress called down a rainstorm, like the change of weather that Em mentioned, of such magnitude that it flooded the entire valley and submerged the cave. The lake that formed was named Heron, meaning the army in the local tongue, in honor of the brave warriors who died fighting the beast. So that's a bit of fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have my own ideas forming, and I would like to sleep on them.
Yes. Yes, you did mention there could be a doctor. Is there a doctor around? We do need a doctor now.
There is a doctor in town. Not any reputable ones left, if I'm to be honest with you.
I will tend to myself.
I'm extremely sorry I don't have more comfortable furnishings for you to stay here. One of you is welcome to take my bed, and I will take one of these bedrolls here. This is unfortunately all I have. And please, I trust you as the experts. I don't care if it is this woman. I don't care if it is some beast. I don't care if Beata is accurate and some sort of satanic creature roams the lake and is influencing my brother. I just want you to save my brother. I love him dearly, and I want me and him to leave this wretched place and go succeed again. I want him to find love and peace in his heart again instead of hatred and greed.
Those are noble desires, and we shall certainly give it our best.
I appreciate you so much. Anything that I can give you, if you can do this, if I can get him on my side again, I'm sure we can pay you handsomely. Our ironworks is very successful. Nobody makes better iron. Truly, that business is phenomenal. You will succeed in America as well, and before we leave, we will give you a handsome payment. I just have to get to my share first.
Now I can't remember if this has already been covered, but I'll check anyway. Alfred, did you say that there were other people in town who'd been inflicted with this same sort of madness that you believe your brother has been inflicted with?
Not so much in town. Beata stays in the ironworks with the rest of the workers there. They call themselves Iron Boys. There are some women there as well. They still take the same name. Just the workers. There's a couple dozen that work there.
And they seem as angry and as evil as your brother has become. These Iron Boys.
No, I wouldn't say so. They get fired up at the revival meetings. They're good men and women there, though, and none of them are... I mean, they're the ones being abused by my brother.
Yes.
Beata stays in my brother's manor. Again, it's a large manor. I don't think they're romantically involved. She has her own room. But she stays there. She lives there. She preaches her heretical words there.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're Christians, but I assure you, if you are, her speeches are quite offensive, despite the odd feelings that come with them.
Yes. Please, Alfred, block your ears for one moment.
I can just give you the room if you need.
Yes, that too. You go and put our cannon away.
You don't have to. Don't worry about the cannon. Just please give us the room.
I'm
if
just
you don't
giving
mind
him
for a
some
moment.
busy work, so he will take some time.
Not everyone is a servant, Colin.
I actually served in the military for a time. I can take care of the cannon.
He knows
careful.
how to take care of a cannon.
Be careful, it's
all-
loaded.
It's currently loaded.
He looks a little shocked. Right.
With grape shot. It will rip holes in your house and kill your crew.
You
now-
are dismissed, good sir.
Yes, please.
He nods and goes and starts dealing with the cannon.
Do we think there could be a tie between the heretical, strange teachings of this woman and the cult who has hired bandits to kill us? Do you think it is worth mentioning to see if there are if he knows of any skulls and scorpions that have been seen in town, or do we maybe avoid this completely as a topic of conversation?
In my research, I did find that the organization was quite hidden. I seriously doubt that, well, the common folk would know about it. However, I do think that the commonalities are worth noting. Perhaps it's something we should keep in our back pocket until we find more evidence that might suggest that.
Yes. Maybe we don't mention it.
I don't wish to get anyone else in trouble with that organization, just by accident.
This is true. Much like you have done with us.
Well, if we're talking about throwing stones, then I have been meaning to bring up the lawman that came by our house while you were away, Colin. Or did Robert not mention that? Have we resolved that already?
That's already been resolved, yes, of course.
Oh, so you're no longer under investigation for murder? Just to clarify.
No, I am not under investigation for murder. That would be ridiculous.
This is the first time anyone has told Katrina anything about the murder. She just looks absolutely mystified.
It's completely resolved, and I think maybe we should all get a good night's sleep.
Murder?
No, there has been no murder.
In Prague, a man named Gregor. She's talking to Katrina.
I will say, a man named Gregor has not been killed by me or by Robert. Of that I can assure you.
Is there a sense motive check, Chase?
Vigilance?
Do we do that between players in this game?
Yeah, you sure can.
I don't think I'm good at that.
It's vigilance versus manipulation in this case, I believe.
I got nothing. Well, we've known each other for a long time, Galen, and I trust you. If you say there's not been a murder, then I'll believe you. But if I
definitely didn't murder Gregor.
If I find that there is some trickery in your words,
how could there be?
Well, we will have another conversation. I am going to bed.
Yes, I think this is a good idea for us all.
I'm going to get some air. I've had quite enough of being lied to for one day. She'll glare at Gollin and storm outside.
Robert is gonna kind of like sneak behind just to make sure that Constance doesn't find herself in any trouble.
Can
I'm going out the front door wherever Alfred went toward.
Okay, yeah. He looks like he moved the cannon. He's currently pulling it up to the side of the house. Despite looking pretty worn down, he's pretty fit, pretty strong. Gets the cannon around just fine.
Okay.
Have you finished your discussion?
Before we do this, Chase, sorry, I didn't know if you had a thing. I heard you start.
I was just gonna ask if I could do a scene with Gollin when you two were gone.
Sure.
But we can do that.
Let's do yours first.
Timeline.
Let's do yours first.
All right. So Katrina is like unpacking her stuff or whatever, and she glances over to you. Gollin, there is something I wish to speak on.
Yeah.
In regards to this whole didn't murder thing.
Yeah.
I know that Robert has worked with you for a long time. But how much do you really trust him?
Look, Katrina, I know Robert, he's a strange man sometimes, but I do trust him. I trust him with my life. I have done so before, and I will do so again. And I did not mean to mislead you about this murder. I find myself, I do not necessarily trust Constance when it comes to these things. She likes to dig, and I don't know what she will do with what she uncovers. But to be honest with you, there has been a murder, but not of this man Gregor. If man is an appropriate term for him. I do not know how this was uncovered, but Gregor is a man from my past. In fact, I believe you yourself met him maybe 22 years ago when we had first met. The man who was living with me at the time, a young man, beautiful.
Yes.
This was Gregor, and
was he called Gregor then?
It's what he was called to me. It's what I called him, but that was not his name. I do not know his name or whether he has one. I do not know what creatures like that call each other. But
old friend, were you in danger?
I was, and I am still.
I need you to not hesitate to call on me.
Please, if you see this man or anyone acting too strange, I may call on you, but he betrayed me. He tried to kill me and fled. He is not a man.
Why did you not report this?
How do you report? I tried to, but there was no Gregor. He was not born here. He did not live here. It appears he did not exist before he showed up on my doorstep. And he did not seem to exist the day he left. Robert and I we tried to track him down. There was an incident in Prague, but we definitely did not kill this man. And it appears now he is finally
making
back
trouble
in
for
my
you.
life. Hopefully this will not be an issue while we are here. Hopefully this is something I do not know if he wishes to kill me or just to make me suffer, but either way, I do not think he will involve the rest of you. But rest assured,
consider me involved.
Thank you, Katrina. It's good to have your support. I don't know whether your skills will be of use. I do not know how you can even. I don't know. I don't know whether or not we can do anything to Gregor if he desires to hurt us. But as of now, it seems he desires only to plague my nightmares, which is something I have grown somewhat accustomed to in the last year. So maybe this will be nothing. But I think for now we should think about this priestess and the issues we have at hand, and I will worry about this later. But please, just for my sake, don't tell Constance. I don't know what she will do with this information, but if she digs too hard into Gregor, he might get too interested in her. While she does not know anything about him, she cannot bother him, and he will not change the focus of his attention. I prefer it be on me than on her.
It is your story to tell.
Also, it is very funny when she does not know the answer to a mystery.
She can become
watch
obsessive.
her next time I try and get out of the conversation. She will go a little bit red. But please, Katrina, for now, take the bed. I know Alfred offered one of us his bed. It seems that you needed the most to recuperate after that encounter. So please, take the bed, rest. I will sleep on the floor. I'm used to it. I did it all the time when I was a student.
That was many years ago.
But these bones are still strong! He said on his weak bones.
Fantastic. All right. Meanwhile, outside Constance, Alfred has finished moving the cannon.
Where did he move it? To like a
beside
barn?
the house.
Just to the side. Okay.
There's no
Pointing
barn. It's a
straight
pretty
into the
simple
living room.
little farmhouse. Yeah. And he gives you a nod. He's going to go just sit up on a pretty flimsy fence sitting around the yard. They done discussing?
I am. I wanted to apologize to you. I think my companions treated you rather roughly.
I just appreciate you coming out all this way with no upfront promise of payment. It's actually quite generous of all of you.
Well, we have to look for our work where we can find it.
I understand that all too well.
Follow every lead, but I really do mean it. I am sorry. It sounds like you've been through a hellish time lately, and, well, I just feel quite embarrassed, to be honest, with my companions tromping into your home and demanding solid proof of you, and when all you're trying to do is get your brother back. And just fresh with the death of your parents. It's all just terrible. And anyway, I'm very sorry.
He gives kind of a very small smile and then just kind of looks off into the distance towards the ironworks. The ironworks are quite beautiful from this point of view. Beautiful and ugly both at the same time. Right now, there's some moonlight showing through. You can't tell what's clouds and what's pollution. The ugly part of the ironworks is there's just a big plume of smoke launching up from it, kind of covering the sky. But there's this beautiful, brilliant glow down in the center of it, and you can see lanterns and people bustling about. And the glow of the big forge right in the center of the ironworks reflects off of this large lake behind it. And from the homestead here, it's kind of up on a hill above the ironworks. You have a pretty good view of it all. And he just kind of stares off blankly towards the ironworks for a moment.
It's quite beautiful in a monstrous kind of way, if that makes any sense.
It used to be more beautiful than monstrous, and I do appreciate the empathy, by the way. It's just, I was raised up so high and then dropped so hard. That's what makes it all so difficult, you know? We were successful, and this last season has just destroyed everything. I don't know how he can sit there reaping off other people instead of just trying to maintain it somewhere else.
Well,
That has to be madness, right?
Hardship and stress can strike at each of us in many ways, and sometimes their effects are unpredictable.
Do you have siblings? Constance, was it?
Yes, Constance. And no, not anymore.
I'm very sorry. He looks away again and looks kind of slightly uncomfortable that he brought it up.
Well, perhaps that means I can relate to you all the better.
He gives a smile. I do appreciate that. And I'm sure that you understand the love for a sibling then, at the very least, and why this is so important to me.
Of course, I understand. Well, I don't know what you think of the rest of my companions, but I do hope that you can consider me a trusted confidant and a friend, even. I know we've just met, but I do feel connected to you in some way, if that's not too strange for me to say.
He hops off the fence and he steps up and he holds out a hand to shake your hand.
I will do so.
I didn't get in this business without being able to make friends quite quickly, Miss Constance. I appreciate it, and I won't judge anybody too harshly when they just arrived being attacked by brigands and being shot, because that I cannot relate to, and I have to imagine I wouldn't be in the most pleasant mood either.
It was quite dramatic, that's true.
As he's shaking your hand, there is a bright flash in the sky, like lightning. There's no thunder that follows, kind of like that quiet heat lightning, and it flashes again. He looks up to the sky and looks at the flashes. It keeps going on periodically, on and off.
I want to make... This is a weird thing to say, Jason, but I'm going to like linger holding his hand just like a moment longer than would be appropriate for just a normal handshake.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of he lingers as well and just kind of looks up at the sky. I always find it a bit eerie when there's no thunder afterwards. It just feels wrong, doesn't it? And as you think
with my
about
sixth sense, I was gonna say I couldn't remember what my sixth sense talent does, but I don't think investigation I want to do right now. So I'll just I'll nod. It is a bit eerie.
And right after you say that, you see a massive plume of fire just rain down from the sky over the lake. And as the plume of fire goes down, it illuminates the lake brightly. And you can see there are a bunch of rafts out on the lake with people on them with these long stick type things, as far as you can tell, down in the lake. And off in the distance, you just hear screams of agony as one of those rafts just gets ignited by fire in this huge column of flame. August stumbles back off the fence. Oh my God, that lightning is horrible.
Oh, God. Oh, you saw that also. Okay.
The lightning? Yes.
Oh, wait.
I don't understand why the raft just went up like that. He starts pacing back and forth kind of anxiously. He puts his hands on his head.
Yeah, Constance is like sort of like pinching her arm, like just like, God, am I awake right now? Like, because she had that crazy nightmare earlier.
Yeah.
Robert, you're lurking in the background, yeah?
Yeah.
You saw that as well.
Yeah. Specifically, if people are catching fire, I think we can't trust Constance.
Yes.
And the two of you inside, you probably saw a bright glow outside, and you probably hear, I mean, you guys are a ways away from the lake, but you do hear faint screams off in the distance.
Should we help them? Or what do we do?
Yeah, I think Galen was going to leave the farmhouse because he's like, I'm not a man of action, but I am a man of quick primary sources for my research, and we should probably head down to the lake. This is something supernatural.
Think?
I wish I could do something that used to be my coworkers, but I believe him when he says he'll kill me if he sees me there again. I don't think I should.
Well, it's just the lake, right? It's not the ironworks. Please, you could be useful.
Roll a manipulate. He seems like he's hesitating.
Okay. I don't actually know if he'll be useful, but it seemed like maybe he would be. Let's see. We have a couple dice. I'm just gonna borrow one blessed so that I can cancel my penalty. And I got one success.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay.
I give him big pleading eyes, and I take his hand like, come on, we don't know our way around, and you might know some of those people down there.
You're right. This is important. Okay. He nods and he goes running down the road towards the ironworks.
Okay. I'll shout to the house, which I assume I now see Gollin and Katrina running out. Hopefully Robert is around also.
Yes,
Robert's just like peeks up from the fence. Hello, I was here the whole time.
Quite a show.
All right, let's get you guys over on this map here. You've got Constance, Galen, Katrina, Robert, and you said all of you are following. Yeah. Katrina, are you not resting now? You're
not resting. She put her jacket back on, and she is likely riding the hateful horse, and on her way.
Okay. So Alfred leads you guys down south, and this is the ironworks here. So where are we at? Okay. As you guys are approaching, you can see there is a mill that you walk by. There's a little bridge that you cross over a reservoir here. Down in the reservoir, you can see there's a whole bunch of slag being dumped into the water there. People had wheelbarrows full of stuff they were dumping in there. They're now just kind of scattered as people are running towards the lake to see what happened. The bright glow is coming from this blast furnace as you guys run past it. You can see there's a very nice villa in the center of these ironworks, and then just a bunch of other industrial buildings that you don't really have time to get a super close look at the moment. But Alfred will lead you all the way down south. The lake is on the southern end of the ironworks, and there's people scurrying and yelling, saying, "Oh my God, how many people must have died there?" And the screaming has subsided, but there is still a bright glow as one of those rafts is just ignite fully on fire. He leads you to the side, to the shore of the lake. What are all of you doing as he's leading you down there?
So the lake itself, right? There is a raft in the middle of the lake that is on fire.
It's on fire. It's a huge, just pillar of flame now. And
everyone else is like, they're coming out of it? Like, like, are there people in the water getting away from the fire? Are they rafting away on their rafts?
So it looks like people are actually just waiting out there. They're just running out to see if they can help anybody. As you get closer, you can see the lake is very shallow. Like if you guys were to step into the lake, it would probably be up to like your mid torso at the worst, depending on how tall you are.
What is this? Liurnia? It's for my Elden Ring fans. Wait, sorry, I'll try again. What is this? The Pure Lake? It's all for my Brandon Sanderson fans. Anyone else know any shallow lakes from fiction?
I don't.
Not off the top of my head.
Chase.
Yeah.
Katrina is in full command go mode. In her good arm, she has her medical kit. She's commanding for people to look for people struggling in the water, telling people to get off the lake if they're on rafts. And then she will tell Constance specifically to watch the water for anything unusual, or just look for anything unusual amid the panic. Like maybe even somebody just watching and not reacting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking Constance would like to do too. So she will happily oblige on it.
I'd like to have I'd like to hang back. I have one very specific thing I'd like to look for.
Okay.
Which is women in the manor in one of the windows that is facing the lake. So anyone who could be inside the manor facing the lake from a window. That's to me, that's a smoke and gun sort of thing to be done. I mean, also they'd probably just be there, but I just want to see if there's a woman in the manor. Looking specifically.
And if she's rubbing her hands and laughing maniacally, that would be an added bonus. Can I do a specific
test to see if she's going? Because like if that's happening, that's a smoke and gun.
with that very specific look for, you do see a woman looking out towards the lake. She looks quite concerned. She has a hand mostly covering her mouth. She looks like this.
Oh, she's much prettier than I was imagining.
She's got
she
creepy
looks
eyes, though. Look at
just
that.
What is
evil
her
as I was
freaking
picturing.
amulet?
True, she
You
does have an
don't
amulet.
know.
Oh, Sam.
She is wearing said amulet for
It
sure.
looks like a person on a horse.
Oh yeah, I see that. Like facing to the left, maybe with
Yeah.
a little like a buckler as
Uh-huh.
well.
She's
Yeah.
on
And a little
Katrina's
hat.
bad list. She's got a horse
know.
amulet.
No kidding. And her eyes match the color of her amulet. Like, I think
Wow.
all of the pieces of all of the tokens we've seen so far, they have black eyes and hers are yellow.
Look at you using investigation.
I know.
Nice.
This is my IRL investigation, not Katrina's terrible at this nonsense.
So Constance is keeping an eye on the lake. Katrina, you're trying to like bark orders and like organize people.
Yeah, I'm trying to organize rescue, and then I'm ready to treat any wounded.
Okay. Why don't you start by rolling me an inspiration? And Constance, why don't you roll me a vigilance?
Okay, also to clarify, I want to scan the lake and then also the lake shore. And I have binoculars.
Oh, yeah, please add the bonus for binoculars. They will
Nice.
definitely apply here. Robert, what are you doing?
Robert's gonna be listening to Katrina's orders. Probably going out swimming, trying.
So
to
he's getting out there to like go help
Yeah.
people.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Why don't you roll me a force then, Robert, to see how quickly you can wade through that water?
All right.
I'm gonna use 2 blessed dice.
Okay.
Ah, subs.
Oh my subs!
Whoa, thank
Oh
you
my
so
gosh.
much, True Funny.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah, huge thanks.
Our
Yeah. We can
go
production's
ahead and
gonna
toss
tell
out-
you what you can
yeah.
do with that.
For sure.
We'll be
Nice,
sending you a
Robert.
golden amulet that'll turn your eyes gold.
Yay! And hopefully not give you nightmares.
We'll
Wow,
send you a
you guys
chain with a skull on it.
Rushed all of
Yeah.
those rolls.
We're really actually set up to deal with this.
I
Okay.
did push, so I'm taking a condition.
Ooh, which one you taking?
Doesn't that kill you?
We can see how it goes first. I'll let you decide based on
Robert just keels
Right.
over suddenly.
All right. So Galen, you see a woman watching concernedly from the window. Katrina, you are barking orders at people, and people look a little confused, like who is this at the moment? You're wearing your uniform right now?
Mhm.
Yeah, they then like look a little nervous when they realize that there's a uniform, and they immediately start falling in line. Between you organizing people and Robert waiting out there, are you going to like the burning raft trying to help people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Between you barking orders and Robert, you're able to get out there. You can see there is somebody who is so badly burnt, but they are choking and floating on their back. And you see somebody who looks like they are a survivor. And it looks like the people that Katrina ordered were able to rescue a survivor as well. Other than that, you see a lot of burning corpses on that raft and around it, just bodies floating everywhere in the water. These weren't like little tiny rafts. These were very large rafts. And you can see there's other rafts out on the lake as well, each of them holding maybe 12 or so people with equipment. So you're able to get 2 survivors onto the shore. For you, Constance, you're looking specifically at the lake and the lake shore, correct?
Yeah, and I'm looking for things that like don't make sense. So like, you know, if someone's panicking, okay. If someone is like not panicking, that's weird. Or if like a raft is moving in a strange direction, or yeah, just anything that's like doesn't really fit the context of what's going on in this situation.
And how many successes did you get? You got 1?
I got 1.
So way off with your binoculars on the southeastern corner of the lake. On the other side of the lake, there's a pretty big cliffside with some trees on it, right? And the lake kind of curves around out of your point of view. But with your binoculars, you feel like you can see just around that cliffside, the water is maybe bubbling slightly, and you see steam rising up, like a big pillar of steam. It's pretty hard to see in the nighttime with the naked eye, but with your binoculars, you're able to catch that.
Okay, I will not announce that right now. I'll just log that away in the old mental notebook.
All right, and then Katrina and Robert, couple survivors on the shore. You're gonna try to treat them, Katrina?
I will try and treat them.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a medicine.
Okay, I have the talent emergency medicine, so I can ignore my conditions while I'm using a medicine check.
Okay.
If we want to save these people, how do you guys feel about me taking more of these dice?
Do it, whatever you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
Do what you want.
One success per person.
One success per person.
A lot of successes.
How
How many victims did you guys grab?
Two.
Two.
So I need 2 successes. What if I use 4 curse dice?
You're gonna use curse dice on this one. Oh,
Well,
I love the
maybe
chaos.
I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should use blessed. I'll use 3 blessed dice. How about
You
that?
use cursed dice, you'll save their life, and then they'll become a serial killer.
Oh,
What is this?
wonderful.
Acclaimed Naoki Urasaro manga monster?
Let's see here.
It's a good manga. You
Let's
should
see
read
what
it.
the odds would be. The odds are if I'm using 5, 8, 11 dice, I'll have over an 80% chance for success. Let's do it.
Let's go.
No, just 1 success.
Can
Damn
you
it.
push, or
I
are
could
you
push.
still?
I could take
are you
myself
still all
to
beat up?
three physical conditions.
Oh, I don't know if that's only you can decide if that's worth it or not. It's the life of this NPC.
I honestly don't feel bad about letting this person die. I've done everything I could. Fate has already determined that one of them die.
We could have not saved any of them.
It's true. It's true. I triage. I assess that one of them is just too far gone, and I just focus all of my talents into the one person and save their life.
Okay, so one person, pretty bad burns, but definitely savable. The other person you just know is beyond help. They are breathing heavily. They're making terrible gurgling sounds. Constance, you just got a glimpse of that steam, and as you look back and you kind of see what's happening, the other burned person that Katrina looks like she's not able to help looks directly at you. Says, "Please."
At me?
I hope. Please, you can help me. Right? You can help me.
Oh,
You must be an angel. I can feel it.
I will.
Where are you keeping that necklace?
Oh no, I don't like that question very much, Chase. I would like to pass, and I'm definitely not wearing it. That seems like a bad idea. So
where are you keeping it?
Just have it in my pocket, I think.
Okay,
yeah,
you feel a burning heat in whatever pocket you're keeping that at, and man, you really feel like you can almost feel a life connection with this person. Like maybe you can help them. You can't explain it, but you feel like you could reach out and grab this tether between you and this person and help them.
Okay. In like a metaphysical sense? Like I don't actually see something. Okay.
You don't see anything, you feel it. It's like an intuition.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Constance feels this way, I think she won't really question it at first. I think she'll just sort of give in to this sensation, I guess.
Excellent. Hey, you're going to make me a magic roll, which is going to be 6 dice for you.
Okay.
Snap.
Oh, this seems like a really fun thing to use a cursed dice on. But maybe this is already a cursed roll enough because I'm using this weird necklace.
Hey, we can delve deeper into curses.
I'll use 2 cursed dice. Why not?
Excellent. Yeah,
Only
please do.
2 or 3?
Oh, sad.
Oh my god.
Would you like to
I
push it?
wanted
You
this
can-
to succeed.
You can push a magic roll with either physical or mental.
Yeah, you know what? I'll push. I haven't rested yet, so I haven't used my reinforcement yet. I'm gonna push it for free.
I like it.
All right, here we go. Roll. You want me to use more curse dice, Em?
I was just thinking maybe if you felt like it was cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll use 2 more, so I'm using 4 total.
Yeah.
So it was 6, right? It was
Yep.
the original. Okay, 10 dice. Here we go. I got 2 successes.
Yes.
There you
Nice.
go. All right. You just feel like the right thing to do is to grab some of the bandages that Katrina is working with, and to just start patching them up. And you feel like placing a hand gently on their forehead is going to help. And
Okay.
when it's almost like where the tether is drawing you is to the center of their forehead. And as you get closer to their forehead, that burning in your pocket gets pretty intense. And you don't see anything spectacular or abnormal, but as you touch their forehead, the bandaging starts to feel like you have training that you never knew you had. You know just where to patch things up, you know where to put salves, and that life connection just feels to stable out. And Katrina, this looks absurd. Like this shouldn't be working, but some of those burns suddenly don't look as bad as you thought they did when you first analyzed it. And the person's breathing stabilizes and they look like they're going to be okay.
I think that Constance is sort of she almost looks like she's in a trance or something. I mean, her eyes are open and everything, but like the way she's doing these actions, like it's just wordless, it's fast, fluid, like she's done this 1,000 times. But obviously, Katrina, you know that is not at all her skill expertise.
People are crowding around all of you now watching. A couple people crouch around both Katrina and Constance. Oh, thank God that there's a couple doctors nearby. We thought that they were goners. I can't believe you even saved a couple of them. I don't know why the raft went up like that. We'll have to fix our inspections. I know things have been dry, but it went up like a tinderbox.
Was there anything strange before it went up?
Just the normal heat lightning like we've had. Thank you so much. Thank God for both of you, truly. And this kind of solemn moment of people being appreciative around you in a circle is disrupted by this loud, booming voice. August is also standing in this circle, looking very impressed with what just happened. Sorry, Alfred. Thank you.
What are you doing here, August?
And you hear a big booming voice from behind you. You filthy little prick! We told you not to come around here again.
Now that's August.
You guys see this gentleman.
Oh my!
No!
Oh, this is the foreman.
Just storming up. He shoves somebody on the ground as he walks past, and he goes running straight for August at a brisk pace.
Alfred.
Alfred.
August
Man.
is the evil brother. Alfred
Thank
is the
you.
good brother.
Thank you. Alfred. And Alfred looks super panicked and looks like he's getting ready to bolt. What are you guys doing?
I'd like to try to stop this foreman
Okay. How so?
physically from walking past.
You're going to get in his way?
I'm going to get in his way because I'm also a very big man.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. You step in front of this guy, and he literally does not hesitate. A huge, meaty fist comes swinging for your face.
Robert, save Dylan!
Now,
So-
when I say like I'm getting in front, I don't mean like I'm standing in front and hoping he stops. I'm like standing in front, hands out to literally stop him in his tracks. Like mine is an attempt at a I guess like a grapple, but
Excellent.
I don't
Yeah,
know
let's
who's rolling. We can make contested force checks if you'd like.
let's actually go into initiative here. I think that this
Yeah.
warrants
Nice.
initiative.
Nice.
All
I'm
right.
so stressed right now.
I'm so concerned.
Me too.
He's just big and scary. Don't worry,
All
we can
right,
kill him.
let's see. We
will
got
kill him.
So much happening.
We got some Aura boys watching here on the side.
Can't believe we didn't.
Did
bring
you
any
call them
cannons.
or
Or-
boys?
or
They're
boys.
Iron boys.
So
Or
Alfred-
No,
boys.
see, the ore
Oh.
boys bring the ore, and then the iron boys turn that ore into iron. They're two separate factions within the foundry boys.
Yeah, there you go. See, Bill gets it.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm an ore boy. I hope one day they'll promote me to an iron boy. I don't like
Jason,
being an ore boy.
can
Yes?
I be on the other side of Constance?
Yeah, go ahead and position yourselves kind of generally where. Mechanically, you guys are all going to be in the same zone right now because I mean we're going into close confrontation. You guys are all gathered together. So yeah, go ahead and draw your initiative cards. Click on your token and draw one card.
Is it okay if I'm here? 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
thinking I'm closer down by the shore and everything.
There are not enough cards left. Shuffling the deck.
Okay.
Do I try again?
Yes.
Okay, I just didn't understand. It says the same thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna
wait. Oh no. Yeah, it still didn't work.
I'm gonna physically draw for people. Then hold up.
All right.
Oh, good.
Oh, snap.
Chase has a deck of cards, and I have a deck of cards if you don't.
I knew I had a deck of cards in here for a reason.
Because I put him there for a
You
different
want to
game.
fight? We're the Mercury kids. We're
All
gonna
right.
come in and beat you all up.
Constance
I've
got a
decided there's
3.
Another faction called the Mercury Kids.
Pull good. Pull good for me, Chase.
Johan got a 6.
But what did Galen get?
Constance got a 4.
Wait, you already pulled for Constance. I got a 3.
Sorry, Katrina got a 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm just messing up names everywhere. Robert got a 10.
What's this we're doing, Bill?
Swine got a 2.
I'm preparing for when we run a Star Trek campaign. I can do my only cosplay and play as Geordie LaForge.
Alfred got a
Incredible.
9. All right. This is what we got then. We've got Swine. We've got Constance. We've got Katrina. We've got Galen, Alfred, Robert. Okay. So
Oh, God.
everybody has their fast action and their slow action. This guy, you go to post up in front of him and try to physically stop him. He doesn't even hesitate. He just lunges forward and swings. Doesn't even look you in the eyes. It's like you're an afterthought.
How dare you.
And he's gonna make a. Let's see. This is a close combat. No, that's with a weapon. This is just a force.
Force. He
roll.
makes a force roll, yeah.
Right. Close combat's with the weapon.
Oh shit.
All right. So that is going to be. So he could do a multitude of things. He's just going to choose damage. He hits you in the face so hard. But, well, let's not do that yet. You have a fast action if you would like to try
Yes.
to dodge.
I shall. Now that's an agility roll, right?
Yes, I believe so. Close combat might be force as well. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll
dodging and
Ida this
parrying.
time.
Oh no, you can use agility or force or close combat to parry, depending. So I can try and like grab his arm as he punches at me. So I'll roll for force because I have
Cool.
much higher force than I do anything else.
Excellent.
Here we go. Roll force.
Oh shit.
66, no success. That's right. Take a big punch to the face and die.
And you know, actually, I think he's gonna do one condition, and he's gonna use the other success to move past you. It's gonna be like
That's
a
fair.
punch and just push you aside. And so his fast action, he's gonna start running towards August.
Okay.
So Constance, what are you doing?
Ah! That.
Ah!
I'm panicking. Can I? Is this allowed? Can I grab Alfred's hand and start running away? Like,
Lori, help him up on the horse.
the horse? Where's the horse?
We did bring
You
a
guys-
horse.
We brought the horse.
Yeah, we
I said
brought the
I rode
horse.
it.
Galen did mention that he was bringing
Check
the
the
horse.
VOD. We got a horse.
Well, yes, but where is it right now?
It's probably with you. I imagine one of you has the horse if you brought the horse.
Can I summon it? Can I play my
You can-
ocarina? and
You could. I mean, yeah,
whistle
you can
or
You
whatever.
can take the horse. You can whistle the horse over and get him up on the horse if you want.
Can the horse carry 2 people?
Yeah,
big
it's a strong
horse.
horse, right?
Okay,
Yeah, we got the strong horse.
Yeah, okay. Then I'm gonna run for the horse, and then like jump on and like run by Alfred and like come on, like let's get out of here.
Okay, so you're fast and slow action. Then you're getting on the horse. You're getting him up on the horse with you.
Yeah, and then I guess those are my actions. But my plan is to just like giddy up on out of here as quick as I can.
Okay. Yeah.
So I
Alfred-
imagine I'm probably my actions and stuff are like dragging him onto the horse.
Yeah, Alfred looks pretty panicked. He gets up on the horse with you. I'm getting out of here, swine. I just was trying to help the people that were injured here. Like hell, you're getting out of here. You're going to taste the fire.
I don't like this guy.
I don't like this guy at all.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Katrina,
tell someone to
you're
taste
up.
fire. It's not
Yeah,
good.
that's bad.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing, Katrina?
Oh man. So I don't want to escalate the situation. Can I slap with my fast action? Can I slap the rear end of the horse so it just takes off?
Yeah.
You were gonna slap the guy.
My fast
I
action
will
guy,
die.
slap him.
I
will
don't want
die
to
if I
escalate
hit-
this. Can I backhand this man?
Yeah, you can slap the horse as a fast
Yeah,
action.
I slap the horse to say, I believe it's time for you to leave.
To the horse?
Yeah, to the horse.
Yeah, the
And
horse
Um,
takes off.
It did what,
Oh, I
Chase?
agree.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Spectacular.
Incredible. Then
All right, Constance and Alfred are out of here.
I have my slow action left, I suppose.
Yeah, good. Shoot the guy. Shoot in the face.
Oh god.
You were
Or
that
a warning
filthy
shot.
little weasel.
Maybe shoot at his feet.
Yeah, warning shot straight through the chest.
Who are you?
I'm going to draw my saber, Chase, and I'm going to look him dead in the eye. My name is Officer Katrina Nordenflicht, and I command you to stand down, sir. And I guess that's probably a manipulation, huh?
Or you shall taste the fire.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Or you
manipulation.
shall taste the fire. Would not say that. I'm really bad at manipulation, y'all.
got
I'm
this.
like, I've got a 0 manipulation and a 3 empathy.
There are some cursed dice. I don't know if this
Yeah.
is the one you want to use it on, but
There-
there's
there
also
were-
one blessed dice.
There were 2 cursed dice that just got redeemed. If that, sways
If that
you.
tempts me
There
that
you
way,
go.
you know
Yeah.
what? There's 2 cursed dice.
Also,
Let's,
can you add the 2 item bonus of the saber to a manipulate check if you're pointing a saber at
Yeah,
someone's face?
Chase.
Let's see. Sorcerer. Yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
a 2 bonus.
I
and
like
also it's a
that.
saber.
That
Yeah, I
seems
like it.
reasonable.
I
Alright.
think a saber should roll its own.
I like
manipulation
it. The
check.
group
seems
agrees.
relevant.
I'm down
Seems
with
Also
relevant.
use 4 cursed dice. All right, we gotta succeed at this, right? Oh, I'm so cursed. I double cursed this session.
Ooh.
Excellent. All right, so you
Nice.
draw that sword. You threaten him. He just pauses and he gets the biggest grin on his face. That's a cute little toy you got there. And then from the background, you hear a new voice and see this gentleman carrying a very bright lantern. Like this thing is radiating super bright light. Swine, that'll be enough. This is not the time. Stand down. Who are you?
My name is Officer Nordenflicht, and I was just helping your injured people. Everyone here can witness that is the case.
This very angry man that you're pointing the saber at is just still staring you straight in the eyes, grinning.
Hey, everybody. You seen the golden eyes this freak has?
I know. I was looking at it. I was trying to see if swine also. Chase, can you pop up swine real fast? I'm going to see if
Give us swine.
swine
Give us
also
swine.
has
Well,
yellow
he's missing
eyes.
one eye, so
Now, can you?
Nah,
It's not
a
really.
normal eye.
he's
That's
just
a
a
normal eye.
normal. He's just
Look at
a
those golden eyes.
normal
So
jerk.
since you guys have observed this in the picture, let's talk about that. Yeah. So swine just has normal brown eyes. They look
Okay.
pretty normal. As you look at this guy, his eyes do seem to be glistening with gold almost. They don't look normal.
Okay. Can we look at Alfred again?
At Alfred, sure.
Yeah, pop up good old Alfred.
Alfred's eyes
Alf
do
has
not look
normal
like
eyes.
that.
Now pop up the Beata.
Yeah. So speaking of her, she's now running out from the back door of the manor up behind this guy. Let's show you what she looks like again. Her eyes definitely look the same.
Okay. We have some key words we need to research when we have a minute.
To quote the 1911 musical The Secret Garden, he has her eyes. So there you go. That's my little bit. He has her
Incredible.
eyes.
Okay,
all I got.
Chase.
Okay, there you
This
go.
guy is absolutely ensorcelled, and I'm betting this amulet has something to do with it. But that's something else, completely different. I am currently facing down this man. I have a sword drawn, and I am telling him that I helped his people. What was his reaction?
Yeah, he walks very slowly up to you. He has his hands. He hands the lantern to this woman back here. And then he puts his hands behind his back and he very formally approaches you and kind of looks you up and down. Swine is still staring at you very intensely. He turns towards him. You are dismissed. Go take care of the other men. He just keeps staring at you and his grin turns to a frown and he goes walking off. Very upset looking. And then August just turns back to you, continues looking at you. What are you doing on my ironworks here?
There was an explosion.
Sir, I can speak to it. Her and that blonde one over there, they saved a couple of the boys. They burnt real bad. They're doctors, I think. He looks to he looks back at Constance, I guess, riding away on the horse, and then looks back to you. So you're with my brother?
Not necessarily.
The blonde one is the one that just took off on the horse.
Yes.
Is that right?
Let me be more clear. Your brother is the one who is hosting us in his home. We are here because of the odd goings on in this place.
Odd goings on. I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh God, Chase, this is Emily's brain blank, not Katrina's. Hang on. Weather and whatnot. This entire place has been drying up, hit with a drought and terrible things, and we've been sent by a society to research what is happening in this area. We'll be walking around, but we shouldn't get in the way of your establishment.
What business does my brother have with scientists of the weather?
He is merely our housing.
Yes,
Very
we are
well.
calling on an old favor from long ago. We knew your parents, and we are very sad to hear of their passing, but thought we could cash in a favor to stay in your local, in your family homestead while we do our own research.
That family homestead is barely anything. It's a pit.
Well,
is
are you
indeed.
going to offer us better lodging?
Oh, please, if you have a room here in the manor and wish to honor the legacy of your parents, you could let us stay here as well while we try and fix up the local area. The society in question that sent us is the Moreland Society, of which I, as you can check legally, Galen Foskera, am the owner of said Moreland Society.
He holds up a hand.
Yes,
With
please.
all due respect, I don't give a shit about
That's
the
very
Moreland
fair.
Society. Tonight is not a good time, though I suppose a favor is fair enough for saving a couple of my employees. I will host you for dinner tomorrow night, but for tonight, I'm going to have to ask you to get off my property.
Of course.
I think this is fair. We shall be.
Is
going.
this one with you as well? And he points to Robert.
No, he is one of your workers. He has been working at your ironworks for at least 2 years.
Why don't you roll me a manipulate?
I've never seen this man in my life. We just pulled him out of the lake and saved his life.
Soaking wet.
Yeah.
He's soaking wet. I'll roll you my manipulation. I have a single die to roll. So let's see how that goes. I got no bonus dice, so.
Oh gosh, I wanted that to work so bad.
Oh,
I know.
how
my
cool would it be to have a
employers-
man on the inside?
I apologize. Gullen has a terrible sense of humor. He is
No,
one
it's
of our
very
servants.
good, in fact.
I would agree with Madam here. It's quite terrible.
Officer, actually.
Officer, apologies. I will host you all at dinner at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. For tonight, if you would so kindly please leave me to my business. I have some equipment failures to look into.
Of course.
Right. Let's all go.
I'll hand over some vials of medicine to someone close by. Make sure that these two people receive this within the next hour. It'll help with the pain.
Yes, I'll make sure they get it. Thank you. And
I would
officer,
like to
would you
check
be
on
so
them
kind
tomorrow.
as to do me one final favor and just tell my brother to remember back to our last conversation? I feel he is forgetful
Of course.
in this last year.
Yes, we will let him know.
Thank you.
Galen reaches into his pocket and he takes out a bunch of notepaper with a big fist imprint in it. And he drops it to the ground. And I have no conditions because he just punched a big wad of soft paper and I was spared the force of the blow.
I love
So,
that.
I'm all fine. Thanks, Bomania.
Are you guys leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can go.
As you guys are leaving, this woman here will step in front of Robert and she'll put a hand on your chest to stop you. Please, it's nice to meet all of you. I have a revival meeting here tomorrow. If you would like to attend it after the dinner, I would love to talk to you about the salvation of your souls. I assure you, you would find it very uplifting.
We will make sure to be there. It sounds like a lovely plan.
Yes, I would love to see you there. I assure you, August is a fantastic chef. The food will be delicious. Of course, he has his cooks take it for him, but excellent recipes from their family. We will have a good meal, and then we will share a very refreshing meeting on religion and righteous work.
I look forward to this meeting and dinner with you and your husband.
Oh, he is not my husband,
Oh,
just a dear friend. My name is Beata Gideon's daughter. It's nice to meet you.
It is
Okay.
lovely to meet you too. This is the
Chase.
opportunity where someone goes to shake her hand and just yanks that friggin' amulet and goes.
I know. I was
This
about
is
to
the
say.
moment.
I was about
This
to say,
is the
Chase.
moment.
Can I comment upon her amulet and say this is beautiful? It caught my eye. And what does
She-
it look like?
Grabs it very possessively and frantically tucks it down the front of her dress. Thank you. Yes. Just a trinket.
What did it look like, Chase? Like, if I
Uh,
want to study this later, look up this
yeah.
symbology.
Let's see. Let's pull this up again. We'll show
Oh, I've
this.
got
So-
it up.
Yeah, it's a gold look. It almost looks like a gold coin. Not perfectly round. It's pretty rough around the edges, as if it was not like perfectly pressed. It's got some sort of strange sigil carved onto it. It'd be a learning test.
Should we
If
make that
anybody
when
wants to
we
roll.
get? If we can remember what it looks like, we can make that check when we get back to the
Yeah, sure.
farmstead. I've got all my extra books and things.
We'll note that you had a good look at the amulet, and that'll be a learning opportunity.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Unless anybody's trying to steal it.
No.
I
Maybe
look at Robert,
can get that later.
And I go,
Ooh.
And I guess Robert would probably look back towards his lord and just kind of put up a finger and mouth, maybe later.
but then again, To quote the 1990 musical Jekyll and Hyde, this is the moment that you can steal the amulet. Because, as previously mentioned, based on the other musical, Secret Garden, he has her eyes. That guy has Beata's hazel eyes. Okay.
And with her possessive tucking of that amulet, looks like it would be quite difficult to steal now.
Okay.
She walks past you down towards August. As she walks between you, the lantern is so bright, it almost hurts your eyes as she walks between both of you. She goes and hands it back to August and pats him on the back, and you hear them whispering something to each other, but you can't make out what.
Can I do a vigilance?
Yeah, sure.
Taste flames together. Tasty.
Oh, we're gonna make them taste the flames.
If you tell someone to taste the flames,
How did Horace follow us to this place?
the only two people who would ever tell you to taste the flame are evil villains in this story or a pack of spicy Doritos.
Are you rolling
That's
that
it.
vigilance? There we go.
Ooh.
Oh, a success on 3 dice. So unlikely.
So she pats him on the back, and you hear her say, I warned you this was going to happen. We must take action. I keep telling you. And he just kind of looks down at the ground. I have no time for your bullshit tonight, Beata. I'm going to bed.
Ooh.
And
He has her eyes, but she doesn't have his heart.
he goes storming towards his villa, and she follows him. And with that, and them storming towards the villa, and you guys heading out of here, we'll go ahead and call that a session for tonight.
Fair enough. Ooh.
Good sesh.
Yeah.
Good time, guys. Good time. Thank you so much. Chat, thank you so much for all your interactions. There was a ton of dice tonight. They all got used. There's so many curses in play. I'm very excited about it. I've got a new ally and adversary to add in. That's exciting.
I hope Swine's the ally.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh man, players, good time, good role playing. Thank you so much. Why don't we tell all of the people at home who you guys are again, where you can be found, because you guys are awesome and deserve to be seen on the internet. Bill, let's start with you.
My name is Bill. I'm a podcaster. Go check out everything I do at consumethismedia.com. There's fun shows and things. And also tune in next session of this, because we've been invited to a dinner and we did bring a lot of poison with us. So let's see how that all goes.
We brought so much poison.
We brought so much poison to this dinner. Okay, but that's it. Go check me out. Go find fun stuff.
Fantastic. Matt, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hey, my name is Matt. You can find me improv and D&D everywhere. Thank you very much.
Excellent content. Thanks, Matt. Tori, M, you guys want to tell people about Level 1 Geek? Go over any announcements you guys have?
Go ahead, Em. I'll just say you guys can follow me on Twitter if you want at Tori Fika.
My name is M the GM sometimes when I feel cool and slick. Today I am just Katrina Nordenflicht. You guys can catch me on Wednesday with Victory Condition Gaming over on YouTube. We're going to be playing Mork Borg. I'm going to try and beat Katie's current, record of 9 character deaths in one session. So we're going to see what happens. Yeah.
That's an awful lot.
Katie's been talking mad shit on me, saying that there's no way that I could possibly do it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Besides that, that's it.
We're off on Monday.
Yeah, we are off on Monday.
We are off next Monday, yes, for the holidays. So happy holidays, everybody, no matter which holidays you may be celebrating.
Unless you celebrate that one. Well, don't do that. Bad holiday.
So
You all know
man,
the one.
The poison and the dinner are going to have to wait for a couple weeks, sadly, but we will definitely be back with that. Speaking of Katie, thanks, Katie, for running production tonight. She was watching all your chat interactions. She was chatting with you guys. We appreciate her. We will be back in a couple weeks, I think. I don't think we have any conflicts there. So just 1 week off. And if you guys need to scratch that Vaesen itch in the meantime, you guys can either play Vaesen. If you want to grab it from Free League, they've got all kinds of fun mysteries that you can run with your friends. They also have Foundry modules, which we are using right now, that implements right into your VTT if you want to play online. Or you guys can go back if you need to get caught up. Our episodes are on YouTube, and this episode will be up on Friday. We're trying to grow on YouTube, so if you guys wouldn't mind, we would love if you stop by, even if you did see this session, drop a like, drop a comment. Tell us that you were there live when Katrina got shot and Robert got shot. It was very intense. And tell your friends about it. Just help us feed that algorithm.
Yeah, if you were here today, go to that video and drop a quick taste the flame in the comment section.
Yeah, taste the flame. What a great comment to put on the video. I love it. Fantastic. Another shout out to Knights of Steel. Check out their app NPC for hire. I've been Chase, the Game Master, part of Level 1 Geek with M, Katie, and Tori. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I think that's all we have for tonight. We'll catch you guys in a couple weeks. In the meantime, go take a long rest. Stay away from pillars of fire raining down from the sky. And we'll catch you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Oh, we're on fire. We're all catching fire.